Hey, it's Mysteries of Selindor, episode 80. Last time on well, we've had two episodes since episode 79. But we're going to do a quick recap of 79 real quick, where we went to the Twilight Keep with Lady Hyacinth after our big meeting in the Nexus, where we were given the rank of aspirant and learned a whole bunch of stuff about basically my dad and Oren's dad and Northought. Who might be somebody's dad. I don't know. Uh, and yeah, that was a big deal. So at the Twilight Keep, Lord Iris arrived with Cleary in tow and answered some more of our questions. We asked about like the book and didn't really get a lot of good answers about that. Oh boy, basically found out that Iris is like the first dream, like the god responsible for shepherding dreams to mortals and stuff, and that's like a really fucking big deal. And he took an interest in Oren when Oren revealed that he's been to the far shore. So he ended his meeting by dismissing Cleary, and we picked up in my session 79.3 with me talking to Cleary about what that dismissal meant. So each of us, since episode 79, have experienced a full week in the span of a day. We did some time magic to buy ourselves time to prepare for our next venture. And we all did our own thing. Do we want to go around and just kind of say what we were doing or catch the rest of the group up really quick? For those of us that have... I do have some stuff I have to catch you guys up in character, like roleplay-wise.
I feel like you could just do it in character.
Okay, well, I'm giving other people a chance to be like, well, here's what I did in my week before we get into stuff that might take a while.
Yeah, so at this point, you would be on your 7th day of your week in a day. And you are meeting back at the Twilight
For breakfast? Are we all having a group breakfast together at the banquet hall?
I think you're having a dinner.
Oh,
I think you all still did stuff
dinner.
on day 7 in
fair.
the evening. Before it would no longer send you back one day. Your crystals have now vanished. They have cracked into nothing. Nothing but dust remains. And it's basically just lint in your pocket. But you've made your way back to the Twilight Keep. And again, you can summarize if you would like to tell everybody where you've been. You can decide what order you arrive there, and if you want to RP that as well, or we can just say you're all there. That's entirely up to you guys.
I think Seti's there fairly early. She's been kind of bursting at the seams all day because she actually had something good happen. And she's been dying to tell somebody and hasn't run into anybody. So she's already camped out at the banquet hall, like, and then every time somebody comes in, she tells them. So like 4 separate conversations where she's like, guys, I know it's been a shit week and I have a lot of shit things to tell you, but last night I talked to my mom and it was really nice. I got to visit her in a dream, like, you know, well, Lord Iris has visited her. You know, the space we go when we do fractures and stuff, right? The inner realm, they call it. So I got to visit her and talk to her, and she gave me a hug, and she said she missed me and is proud of me, and she was so sad, but also happy to see me, and it was really nice. There's just crickets.
I'm going to say Grim's not there yet.
We didn't know who exactly you were talking to.
Yeah, she does this spiel every single time one of you walks in.
Well, Robbie says, I'm so happy for you, sweetheart.
She just hugs everybody.
Meteor's response would have been trying to like, like hugs back, just like, yeah, I understood all of that.
Dropsy also looks a little different now.
Oh, your wings are back. What?
Yeah.
Not wow. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Are you okay? How did that happen?
Well, you remember how I lost them, right? Because
Yeah,
Um,
Zephyros
The-
took them. Part of the thing.
he decided it was time that I had them back.
Oh. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good, right?
It's good.
Okay.
As you guys are sitting here, probably like talking in the entranceway to the banquet hall, you hear like a sort of like sound coming from the shadows, and you hear,
If at any point you want to sit down, I will begin serving.
Oh yes, thank you. Lots of really good food, please. Chef's choice.
Okay.
Sit
I think at that
down.
point, Grim will walk in with Ernie. And
Yeah,
they'll
so
both just be covered in gore and ichor. And
it's
Oh,
completely coated, haven't cleaned once. There's like new
Not
scars all over Ernie's like big, what was once a big pristine blue hide, now has some scars on it with some fungal growth covering a couple of old wounds. And
okay. Look,
he
I
walks in and just goes,
purple scars.
Oh, and you that speak giant here, we killed everything.
Yes, we did. Good boy, Ernie.
look. I can tolerate a lot, but can't you guys get cleaned up before dinner? The smell is ruining my appetite.
This smell protect us from predators.
Ernie
There is
says,
so much blood.
Ernie just like heads straight into goes down the right path, and you hear like a sort of thumping and creaking of wood as he just, and then like a splash in the distance.
Not using
I
that
mean,
bath again.
you know I don't take baths. If you want to prestidigitate just the yucky off, don't touch
Sure.
my mushrooms. You
Okay,
can do
sure.
that.
Yes, thank you. I will. Clean it
Just
up.
some very targeted prestidigitation. See, Grim is sitting there, and he has more spindly things growing out of his body.
You took your fracture? Another
Yes,
one of your
it-
mushrooms?
Yep.
What's it like? Did it do anything cool?
It's like I have more tentacles.
Oh god.
These are pink and vibrant.
Sorry. I know you have tentacles and stuff and it's totally benign, but I just had a horrible flashback and I really need to talk to all of you guys. But I don't want to ruin dinner.
And you guys keep getting pushed like very slowly, like this little gnome-like creature.
We're
comes
sitting
out with
down, we're
big,
sitting
heavy
down.
Ears and starts pushing like Grim on the butt just towards the chair. Just, like a little house elf, basically.
I mean, Grim will go sit down. Yeah.
And get you all in the chair and say, "Good, sit." Tumbles off as another. It's another boggle, and he's just like, "Wow, okay," and like trembles off into the darkness. And then Lady Hyacinth, now when you're all finally seated for like more than 30 seconds, she just bursts through and says, "Finally, you're all sitting. I was sitting back there for a grand entrance. It's ruined now."
Oh, sorry. Hi. What's up?
Nothing. It's just been a week since most of you have seen me, and
That was
I assume
it was a very grand entrance. You
I thought
definitely
you
got
said
our
it was just a
attention.
day.
Well,
Well,
it was a
for-
week for us.
for me it was, but for you, it's been so long since you've observed my visage.
And what a wonderful visage. I mean, really. Put us all to
Thank
shame, why don't you?
Dearly, sister. Now, please, sit, enjoy. I have before you your favorite dish!
Does she?
Okay, so each of you lift up your plate. Yours, Mitnir, is filled with meat.
Okay, just like, ooh.
Different kinds of meat. Pretty good meats. You open yours, Oren, and it's also got meat. Seti, you open yours. Nice little veggie salad. Perhaps you open yours. There's like some nuts and some fruits sitting on a plate. And you open yours, Grim, and it's just a single good berry.
That's exactly what I wanted. But, oh, good berry. Thank you.
He says, I hope you know that the magics of divine beings such as myself are so simple to predict what you creatures will enjoy.
Well, thank you. This looks delicious. Could we get some, maybe some like nice honeyed mead to go around? Something hot and comforting, something soothing.
Check your glass. It's already
Oh,
there.
it's already there. Wow.
It's as you go, like at first you taste like a little bit of red wine on the tip, but it slowly changes to mead while she's drinking. She kind of goes like snaps under the table.
Oh, good. Okay. Wow. So Mitnir, what did you do all week?
I was a good student, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, you got your classes caught up?
Well, I went to 6 different classes for one day, so
Yeah.
maybe?
So what are you studying again? What are you taking? What are you trying to learn? I forget. We're in the planar thing together, right?
Yeah, I went and took there was an intro class for that. It was supposed to be, like for catching up. I still understood nothing.
Yeah, it's really complicated. A lot of people go their whole lives without knowing anything at all.
All
about
I
it.
learned, that's wrong. I learned one thing. There's a limited number of pancakes, supposedly. I think. Maybe.
Yes, well, yes, depending on which circumstance you're talking about. Because if we're
That's what I
talking
lost
about, yes, well, it gets really complicated. We don't have to go into that over dinner.
And then I went to some, I was inspired by all the work Aaron's been doing, so I went to a couple like crafty classes, and there was a magic theory class about something, and they did things and stuff was special then when they were done. It's like what Aaron does. I understood none of that.
You guys were probably in that same classroom together because you both took that class. I just forgot. But you both definitely they just didn't see each other. They were both in the same classroom. I mean, he saw Mitnir. I just forgot what classes Mitnir had taken. But you saw Mitnir multiple times. First, sitting around the massive statue-covered fountain outside in Logic's Landing. You also saw him going to and fro in classes, and everybody at the school was talking about the Dragonborn who attended like 36 classes in 6 days.
and then I just kind of worked
Or in one day.
on my projects, nothing. I didn't have anything major to do like you guys did.
Well, that's good. That's a good use of your week. I caught up on my classes too. That only took like one day, and then I painted a mural over at the Summer Soldiers. I'm still trying to be in good with them. I think they suspect everything. I think Poppy knows that we're here and what's going on. But I say that to Lady Hyacinth. But I tried. The people
Don't
there.
worry, I informed her directly.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. She definitely knows. I'm sure you'll
She's aware.
figure that all out. But I had a really good time with the people that work for her, and made a beautiful painting on there. Well, I don't know if it's beautiful, but I think it's beautiful. And Grim, you and Ernie, just you fought things, it looks like?
We've had many things. We
yeah.
cleared 7 dungeons.
Like below the city? Like,
Yes, some
Oh.
of them went better than others,
holy shit!
but we didn't die. So
Well, that's good. You should have told us you were going, and maybe somebody could have been backup or something. But I'm glad you came out in one piece. And
I don't need backup. I have Ernie.
yes,
I did,
I'm
in fact,
Ernie's backup.
claim literally all of your excursions under the Twilight Reserve, so we will be receiving credit. So, well done, New Death.
wow. All right.
I did
Well,
it.
good for us. Go team. Good job, everybody.
Oh, and I
Uh,
have does anybody want a trident?
No.
It's just like a coral-covered trident.
Or I also have, it pulls out a loot. I have a loot too.
A loot?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a what's it called? A DOS loot? Is that what we say?
It's Instrument of the Bards, Das Lute.
It's a DOS
Is-
loot.
Is it just DAS?
No,
DOSS.
search
It's on
Instrument of the Bards, and then look for Das Lute, because you'll have a really hard time otherwise.
These
Okay.
things are really weird to look up.
Yeah. No, I know.
So
It
Instrument
is-
of the Bards.
It is like yours, but different spells.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a different version.
Right.
So what does
So
this one do again?
so mine
It's like
has-
protection from elements and
Beats
Well,
me. It's
so-
just what
so
you roll on the
each-
thing.
each instrument has fly, invisibility, levitate, protection from evil and good, and then my current one has bark skin, cure wounds, and fog cloud, which are all okay. And the loot has animal friendship, which is how we met Buddy, protection from fire, and protection from poison. So
There you go.
I think I like mine better, but that is a really nice loot. If you don't want it, I would love to maybe
I mean,
kick it.
Grim doesn't need it. You'll just give Grim something later, you know?
I mean, I don't
It's
have a
fine.
loot, so even if I don't use the magic in this one, I can still play it and make pretty sounds.
What
with
is
it.
yours? Is yours a drum right now? Is it the,
It's the
other one
chittern,
is?
which is kind of like a guitar kind of thing.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
Well,
that's
there
really
you
cool.
go.
Thank you.
Nobody wants the trident?
It's a giant fork.
It lets you control fish.
That's really cool, actually.
To tell the fish what to
I
do.
mean, where we're going into another cauldron. There might be lots of fish there.
Yeah.
I mean, we should hold on.
We should
to it,
definitely
then.
hang on to it. Somebody could use it if we need to control
mean,
fish.
Me and Birdie don't need it. I think we can do that already. But, you know, if one of you wanted the trident to control fishies, you could do that.
Ernie starts trying to squeeze through the banquet hall doors, which are wide enough to fit him, but he's getting chunky. And he does make his way inside, and he, in the corner in Giant, just says, "Bring me food, Shadow Boy!" And then the Shadow says, "Of course, Piggly Wiggly Boy." Ha ha. And you see this decrepit, shadowy hand come out of the darkness and scritch his chin. And then it just slides back into the darkness.
They're as the buddies.
And he goes, "Ha ha! My chin was itchy. How did you know?"
Oren, what did you do for your week?
Oh, well, me and Bropsy spent the week together. Did lots of stuff. I made 2 of these disc things. It's that featherfall thing. You helped me with it.
Yeah. I definitely think Midnir should get one. Because
Yeah,
I think
I was
he's the
curious
only,
as to who we should give these to.
he's the only one of us that can't fly at all on his own. Most of us have other, like, we can polymorph or...
I can fly just fine as long as it's downward.
Yes, well, this will let you fly downward slower so you don't smash into a million pieces when you hit the ground. I've used a feather fall on you before. You know what it's like.
I mean, I guess I'll just keep the other one for now. But yeah, here we go. So the way it works, Mitnir, you just place it anywhere on your body, and you click the top and bottom button, and it'll wrap around you. And then when you need to use it, you just press it, like smash the thing.
He just puts it around like a bicep.
Mhm.
Yep, that's totally fine.
Yeah, we could put it on a bicep. Could be like a choker. Put it on your head. Who cares?
I also made this glider backpack, which was going to be for Bropsy, but she got her wings back, so she doesn't need it now. So, hey,
Wow.
Midnir, you want the
I'm
ability
imagining
to
it's like
fly
bird
when you
size.
need to? No, it's like a normal backpack size.
So it lets you glide. So, like, if you jump off of something really big, you can glide down.
Has a couple uses, actually. So first off, if I just press it to your back, it'll wrap 2 shoulder straps around you and a belt strap.
Sure.
And then if you jump or fall off something and fall at least 20 feet, then you can activate the glide by pressing the left shoulder button. It's on the strap.
Yeah, to actually glide, you need a little bit more of a fall. So
Yeah,
You
you have to be
you can-
falling to activate it.
He looks to his right shoulder.
But you'll see a pair of white dragon wings that come out.
That's really
And
cool.
then,
Did those come from the
Yep.
crisis?
yes, they did.
Oh.
And then once you're in glide mode, you can then activate fly mode by pressing the button on the right shoulder strap,
Oh.
and it'll use the Aquium propulsion system I built into the pack.
He now looks at the left shoulder.
We're
You
giving...
can only activate it once you're in glide mode, so
That's a lot to remember, but I think with a bit of practice, you can be an
So
expert in no
Midnir
time.
puts it on and then hits the glide mode thing, and it shoots out like this sort of brass, like skeleton that holds like the flaps of a white dragon wing. So it's like half mechanical, half organic, and it looks like this weird amalgamation of the two that kind of just makes Mitnir look more like a real dragon.
I do
Of
think
course,
it's
he does
very
the whole tries to
thematically-
look at his own the wings, so he spins and hits everyone.
I
in the
take
head.
out my little silver mirror so you can kind of.
Ah, it's kind of like
It looks good.
But yeah, if you want to add that to your inventory, it's called Aquium Glider Pack, I believe I called it.
AQIUM.
Wow.
And
Okay.
then the other thing is Featherfall Disc, so you can add that as well.
if anyone needs to borrow these, just let me know. Also,
Yeah, they don't require attunement.
Yeah, they're just uncommon.
You can just pass them around as you need them.
items.
Wow,
And they're
so
really
you
easy
have
to
been
detach
busy.
and
You did a
attach.
lot of cool stuff this week. I mean, I knew about the
Yeah.
one thing. I didn't know about the glider was done.
I also started work on another project.
Oh?
I call it the Zephyr board.
Oh.
It's like a little board you stand on. It hovers, and it's rocket propelled by Aquim, so you can zoom around on it.
It's like a compact form of the Zoomers.
It sounds dangerous, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
It depends who's flying.
Fair enough.
But that one's going to take some time. It's not done yet.
Well, all right.
Yeah, other than
Well,
that,
you've all been up to quite a bit.
Dropsy
very
and I got
intriguing.
a whopping load of bad news when we went to Elysium.
Oh no. I also have bad news to share. Should we all just rip the band-aid off, get it out of the way?
Sure, I'll just start. So, my father's dead now.
Oh.
He's in the fields of Elysium. Doesn't remember anything. He's at peace. But he left behind his essence in a form of a shard, and I took it in. Did that do anything physically to me, by the way?
To you, it's
Yeah.
just more light. Like, he is brighter. More radiant than before.
More shiny.
Oren, I'm so sorry.
Well, it's probably for the best. He did a lot of questionable things, I'm finding out.
Dads are dicks.
Still don't know the whole story behind it all. Might never, but he didn't only affect my life, but he also affected Bropsy's. Did you want to share that, Bropsy, or did you just want me to tell?
She's currently just staring down at her plate, not moving.
Okay, I'll let them know. So, apparently my father made some sort of deal with Bropsy. But Bropsy's memory was erased of everything,
Oh.
and he sent her family somewhere.
Oh. Do you know where?
I believe it's somewhere in Olympus, but we don't know where exactly.
And that's one of the pancakes we learned about.
I
I
think
think that's the
Bropsy has.
strawberry one.
I think Bropsy's Djinn friend is searching for them now.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's okay. That is good news, though, right? You know where they are now, and that narrows the playing field. Presumably, they're good there. If oh
Well,
boy.
part of the deal apparently was that she was going to be sent to be my guide as I grow up.
Oh.
So our meeting was not chance, it was planned.
That's beat dicks. They're like micromanaging everything. Nothing's just what it looks like.
Hey, in my defense, you all complain about God's plan. If God has a plan, well, we have plans, and you complain when we have them.
Yes, but your plans force us to do things we don't necessarily want to do.
There has to be a happy medium somewhere along the way, but we're making lemonade out of lemons here, all right? Can we? All right, but you said he's looking into it.
Yeah, it was a lot.
I just she's just kind of reaches over and like rubs Propsy's shoulder blades
That have wings on them.
between the wings. It's going to be all right. We're going to have some really good lemonade.
Yeah, that was our week. Very
Shit.
emotional week. Also, we did classes. We got caught up on that stuff too.
Okay, well, I'm going to go with my less bad news first, and that is just that you all saw me pull Cleary aside and talk to him. So basically, my dad fired him, or said he can do whatever he wants now. And sorry, I got to stop calling him Cleary. He's not Cleary. Cleary is a lie. All right, Valhadron. He said that he could go back to the Feywild and fight the war there, and probably make more progress because he would have his full power and stuff. And my gut reaction was to say, do whatever you want. You're free, whatever. Do whatever you want. And he said he wanted to make amends. And I feel like, maybe I took his lies most personally, but we were all affected by them, so it needs to be a group decision. Currently, I have him looking around to see if I have any more siblings around that could use a hand, just because I feel bad for them, not Valhadron. But if anybody has a strong objection to him being around, or a good reason why he should be, or any thoughts or feelings about it at all.
But you sent him to do tasks. Does that mean that I can send him to do tasks? Can we all just send him to do tasks? Because I'm like de facto part of your group by hiring
think
you.
he probably doesn't feel like he needs to make amends to you for this
I mean,
particular
she
lie.
is one of your siblings that might need help.
That's right. I might need help.
Isn't that why we're here?
I meant the more mortal ones. But you can always ask him for a favor, and it is up to him to oblige if he wishes. But I meant more the people that have been traveling with him that he lied to. Anybody have any? Because my feelings are a mess. I honestly don't know what to think anymore. I mean, this dude is like... He told me about his... Oh god. Guys, he predates elves. He's older than all the elves. Like...
He's old, man.
It's not just that he's old enough to be my dad or my granddad. He could be my great granddad.
He could have started your family line.
But is that a bad thing?
It's weird, and like, I mean, he might as well be primordial. It's incomprehensible. He's so old, and the love of his life. And I take out the sleeping maiden statue and I plonk it down. This is the only woman he ever sculpted, the only subject he ever sculpted. She's the literal moon goddess. Like,
well,
it's insane.
The statue he made of you was way bigger than that.
Just pointed
And
at Aaron like
that's why I'm all, because he looked so hurt. I said it didn't look anything like me, and I was just being rude and petty, and he looked like I had ripped him, like I had ripped his mother to pieces right in front of him. He looked awful, like I have never seen anybody look so sad before. And he said it's the first thing he's sculpted since her, in like hundreds of thousands of years or some bullshit. And it's like, should I find that flattering? Is that really a monument to how awesome I am? And but also, he's so old, and he's a liar, and I don't know Valhadron, I know Cleary. Anyway.
Can you get to know Valhadron?
I don't know if I want to, because what if he's manipulating me again, or what if... I don't know. But I, mean, I feel bad sending him away.
Creeping on you since you were a baby. That's
it's
kind of
weird.
It's red flag.
It's so weird, and I do think I want to believe that he was telling the truth, that he really did feel bad about the lies, and that's why he came clean. It's not some kind of manipulation thing, or, you know, this isn't a debate of like, am I going to marry him? That's not even on the table. It's just, do we still trust him enough to have his help? That's really all we are considering. I want to trust him.
Sounds like he could be a powerful ally in the least.
I mean, we do need all the help we could get.
Okay. I think the trust there is pretty much the most important thing to you, right? That he broke your trust and you don't know if you can trust him again.
Yeah.
Are there not spells that can test if someone's being truthful?
Oh, there are
Yeah.
spells that can force them to be truthful.
Yeah.
Oh, I can provide spells if you need them. We can make him spill all of his guts. Everything he's ever done wrong, ever.
I just worried he might be powerful enough to resist that kind of magic.
Not if I do it.
You seem very, very into this. Is this some kind of fetish we need to watch out for?
I want to know what dirty, dirty things Valhadron has done over the years.
Is Valhaldrin older than you, Lady Hyacinth?
It's a suggestion of age. But no, I would say he's probably younger. Probably. He was hazy in the old days.
That's not my impression. He basically said he was around
How
when...
old are you?
Me?
Yeah,
No.
Minnie's just like,
I was one of the earliest of my father's creations.
I mean, he was talking about being around when the Feywild was literally just chaos. Like, there was just chaos. And I mean, maybe he didn't mean literally. But, anyway. If everybody's... We can worry about maybe doing some truth-telling magic later. Obviously, we have a Cauldron to get to as soon as possible, and the Matron to stop. I just wanted to make sure we were all... It was discussed at least a little bit, if anybody has any strong objections to him being around or involved in our affairs. Because I don't know where I land, but I think for now, maybe he can just do some stuff for us, but
Pretty
away
sure
from
he's
us.
not gonna kill us though, right? So like,
I mean, yeah, a lot of people aren't
we
going
don't
to
have to
kill
worry
us.
about that, right? It's like, okay,
Both
what's he gonna do? Lie about who he is again?
Both Azurus and Ernie had something to say in their native tongues.
All right,
That was what the noises were.
all right. Well, okay, we'll worry.
That'd be giant and draconic.
And anybody who could speak giant heard. I think we should kill him. Probably the best choice. Can't be trusted? We kill him now? One less blue person in our group? Sure. We have to make the sacrifice. And he just keeps talking in the distance. And hear Azurus say, no.
Is Azurus blue too, by the way?
Yes.
Yes.
Azurus is blue too.
Everyone's blue.
Rosie's not, she's pink.
if I was green, I'd die.
We have more blue things than not blue things. Anyway, oh god, Starbuck, why? Okay.
Perhaps he wants to say. I think, given what he's done, a second chance is perfectly reasonable. We will just let him know that there won't be a third.
Right. Right. I mean, if people can't make amends, then what's even the point, right? You might as well keep doing bad things if nobody's going to let you make them up.
Maybe that's how bad people are made.
Maybe?
We can
Alright.
always kill him later.
Okay, well, that was the easy conversation. The difficult one is that I did kind of a naughty thing, and I went to the apperception chamber, and I took the book with me, and I
did kind of a naughty thing. Sorry.
His Hyacinth's just cackling in the corner.
Weird way to lead that sentence, but continue.
Well, I turned to that page that, the map one, that last time I said, show me greed, and it showed like a little figure hopping around, and we were like, oh, he's in the far realm, wandering out there doing nonsense. Oh god, well, at least we know where he is. Yeah? You remember that? Well, this time...
He was in the Astral Sea at the time, yes.
Oh. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, this time I went to the same page and I looked with the lens that lets you see a layer deeper. And maybe it's because I'm more powerful now, or maybe we didn't have the right combination of lenses before, but I actually got... It was like a dream vision, like I got yoinked to where he is. And I talked to him, but I don't know what he is at this point or what he wants, but I don't have a good feeling. He's got like this... Like his mouth is too big, and there's goat eyes and tentacles and stuff, and it's like, my first thought was, oh god, he's like a Northot creature. Northot got him and made him a thing, and he's like this avatar of Northot now. But then he was like, no, I'm not. I'm doing my own thing out here. He kept calling it the work, and he said it was almost complete, or that he had to finish it before he could leave. And I kept asking what the work was, and he wouldn't really be any more specific about it, but he's making his own book, his own Unbound Ephemeris, and it's basically just like the one we have, as far as I could tell. And I don't know, I mean, from what we understand about the one we have, it's made of the, like, living things that Northot I don't know, but it's not good. It can't be good. Making a new one cannot be good. And I asked him what he wanted, what he was doing, and he just said he wanted everything, and he got this mad look in his eyes, and I'm afraid he's going to be helping Northot, or... Guys, I think Greed's a bad person now, or needs to be stopped, or... I don't know. But I tried to tell him that, thank God I finally found him and we wanted to bring him home, and he just said he couldn't leave because the work was too important, and I don't think he's the Grease we knew anymore.
Well, to be fair, we've all changed quite a bit.
Yes, but none of us are trying to, wake up the sleeping god or anything. We're not trying to end the world or...
Well, you don't know that he's doing either of those things.
We were on the far shore, and he said, when you're there, you can only look at the water. I tried to look at what he was looking at, and it's like, it hurt so bad. I couldn't look at it. It hurt so bad. And, oh God, whatever he's doing, whatever he's become, it is monstrous. It is... Just the look in his eyes and on his face, if you could have seen it, it made me sick. I don't know what he's doing.
You're just still eating, just like completely like a nabbard in the story, just like.
I don't know what happened to him.
If that's something we have to deal with at some point, we will.
I just feel so bad for him. I've this whole time I've been studying the planes and planar magic. I've been trying so hard to reach him, to find out what happened, and it was like he didn't even care anymore. He was just so far beyond that.
Strange. I don't know what this Unbound Ephemeris is. I assume that is the name of the book. And
oh, yeah.
You are in possession of the book?
Well, we talked about this with Lord Iris just yesterday.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay.
You were there.
Life is a jumble.
Yeah. Yes.
We
Too
have
much time bending.
Ephemeris, right?
Yes. One of them, because Greed's making another one. Who knows if Northot has more.
Well, he said he's making an Unbound one, which could mean one that's not linked to Northot.
Well, the one we have is also called the Unbound Ephemeris.
To clarify for you, babe, in case I said it wrong or I misinformed you, he said he was trying to complete the work and that he was the Unbound Ephemeris.
Yeah, he did say that he and the book are the same thing, right?
Yes.
He has become the book.
And he was trying to complete the work.
Right.
And complete the Unbound Ephemeris, not create it.
So he is trying to become more book than he already is.
He's going to be more book. His new philosophy is it book or is it not book? I must do book.
This is like sucked into the book, and now he's trying to control the book, basically.
It just made me feel like he was power hungry, and he wanted all the power in the world, and it didn't matter what he became in pursuit of that, or what became of anybody else. He was becoming Northot, whether he liked it or not, or something Northot adjacent.
We already know he's not the only thing in that book.
Yeah.
The first time we looked at it, we saw other beings or parts of beings within
yes,
the book.
there are fractures and stuff still in it too. So, and he had the fracture in his arm, very much like the one from the book. I think maybe he took a fracture from the book, and that's when he got yoinked away, or vice versa.
Or maybe he found it while in the book and took it.
I don't know.
Regardless of all of that, do we think it's wise for us to hold on to it?
I don't know what else to do with it.
Leave it in the apperception chamber?
Yes, but that means Primus has full control over it. He has full access, and I don't know how much to trust him.
Personally, I wouldn't put everything in one basket.
That's what Iris said too, and I agree. He already has the teeth for the key.
If you trust Father enough, I'm sure Father could keep it safe. But he spends so much time on his weaving that there's a fair chance that he would have a hard time hiding it.
I don't love that it's just traveling with us to wherever we go, but I don't know what else.
Can we take it apart?
No.
Speaking of things traveling with us all the time, that fire fracture.
Yes?
I don't think we should be bringing it with us everywhere.
Why is that?
Well, you know, it was the fracture of the first fire giant, the king of fire giants.
Do you think it's another primordial fracture?
Not a primordial, but it is a very powerful being, and we should not just be carrying it around.
Oh, God.
I was thinking I would bring it to the Brass Palace and talk to the king.
Didn't you say he doesn't like you?
I mean, do we trust them?
We're cool. So, if we can't trust, like, the king of the fire realm, who do we trust with it?
Well, that's the thing, is people in power have the most ability to fuck us over if they're not on our side. So, I mean...
You are the most delicious group of people.
It's not really
ever.
Our side. Like, the fire giant made his last wish known to me, and I would like to see it through. I can't fulfill his wish for quite some time, but perhaps the king of the Brass Palace could find someone who can.
Sure. That's... for lack of a better
idea.
And
then if he can't, we'll just feed it to Ernie. Perfect.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah, he didn't want to be... He wanted to become a weapon, right?
Ernie's a weapon. You should have seen him in the dungeons.
Absolutely not.
Ernie's a pig.
He was boosting stuff with his snoop.
Tomorrow morning, either myself can go there with it, or we can all go.
Okay. That's fair. I trust you. Well, if that's what you want to do, then I'm on board.
Does anyone else have anything they need to do tomorrow before we do anything else?
I just need to pick up... I need to go buy... Was it Red Wolves that has my thing ready? And then... Hyacinth, I don't suppose I could ask you for a favor, or one of your underlings for a favor.
Oh, my underlings, certainly.
I have an item on order with Archibald's.
Mm.
And if we're not...
Eagleman's?
Eagleman's. Yes, sorry. And the Archibald was the one we met. Anyway, Eagleman's.
You met Archibald Eagleman.
We sure
He's
did.
famous, you know.
Yes, but they made a big deal about it. Apparently, he ran away from the company and stole a whole bunch of shit, so they were very curious about where we found him.
Yes, they're very strange about
continuously
hiding
steals
the
shit.
fact that they're skeletons, but they're very open about their
Yes.
founder being, you know, shady and running off. It's weird where their
Yes.
priorities lie.
They are an interesting
I mean,
company.
when we met him, he was like a traveling salesman. He was selling stuff.
And he was very definitely
He
human.
was selling stuff out of his
and
horse.
his horse was very definitely human.
His horse had all
Horse.
these like pocket things. He
His
would
horse was
reach in and pull
definitely
stuff
horse.
out.
I was going to say human, but...
I guess we put two and two together, and the stuff he takes out of the horse actually comes out of his Eggleman stores, which is
Right, he's
Yeah.
been robbing
He's-
stores this entire time. He's a fascinating celebrity.
So what
Yes.
he's
I
saying
mean-
is we really should just get his bags.
Well,
Is he really
anyway-
robbing them? Aren't they his stores?
I mean, that's the... Is it a collective ownership, or does he own it? Because, you know, or is... who knows? But, point being, I have an item on order. If we are not back from the Cauldron in a week, I need somebody to go pick it up for me. It's a replenishing coffee pot. So, or not a pot, but like a vial that you can drink out of. And I really don't want it to get sold to somebody else or have to pay more for it because he held on to it longer than a week. So, do you think one of your underlings could go pick that up if we're not back in a week? And just
I
hang on to it for me?
certainly think that would be possible. Sure.
Thank you.
Shadow.
Yes, mistress.
A week's time. Pick one of our busiest underlings.
Of course, madam.
Great, so they'll resent me forever. Well, duly noted. Thank you. I was going to ask Clary, but that's... I don't feel like...
Ooh, that would be good.
I don't know.
But wait till he's really busy.
Wait, who?
Valhadran, god damn it.
Oh, it's fine. I go by many names as well.
It's
It's
just...
perfectly fine to go by different nomenclatures as long as he associates with it.
I
What's the
think...
big
I mean,
deal?
no, it's just... It hurts me to say it.
Hurt you to say what?
No.
I'm sorry. This has been such a fun dinner. You've all been here for such a short amount of time, and you've accomplished more than some eternal beings have in their entire existence.
Yeah, it makes me really question the purpose of eternal beings. I mean,
Yeah,
what
what's
are
your
they...
motivation?
what the
or
fuck are they
lack
doing?
thereof?
Mostly they have so much time. They spend it doing not a whole lot of anything.
Oh, it's the problem where you're like, I'll do that later, but then later never comes because there's
Because
so
you have
much later.
so much later. Exactly. It's so hard to get motivated to
I
accomplish
think
anything.
every eternal being needs to have a mortal by their side harassing them. Like, all right, it would be really good if you got this done in my lifetime so that I could benefit from it. Because right now,
Why do you
things
think
really
we put
fucking suck.
up with you people?
I don't
Because
know.
we're better than the other mortals?
Because we're very pretty.
No, I was just saying specifically, you mortals. The reason you're literally here at my table and I am suffering your presence, no offense, love you all,
Enjoying every
is
second of
simply
it.
because, well, it's because you are so busy. You do so much in such a short amount of time. You are the entertainment that gives me lifeblood. So yes, you are
You
quite
can do
entertaining.
things in the same amount of time.
But you didn't agree that we're pretty.
You're all very blue.
We're not.
Yes, we're the Blue Man Group. You should come see one of our performances sometime.
Perhaps. No, I'm not going to lie to you. I won't.
Yeah, that tracks.
Well,
Oh, God.
as it is, you're more than welcome to stay here tonight. There is a certain bedroom you can't stay in because I believe you already are. But the other rooms will be open.
Wait, were we not supposed to see ourselves?
Well, you're not supposed to sleep in the same place, just in case your bodies become mangled into one.
Okay, no, I'm good on that. Yeah.
Cool.
Right. Well,
Yes, we are well aware of everything that happened with you. I've had many reports from that one. She just looks over at Propsy.
It was one?
It felt like 1,000.
I didn't do anything.
You definitely didn't do what you were told to do, and it gave a lot of people headaches.
I went to
But thank
class.
God that was the extent of it.
I worked on projects.
it's fine. It all worked
You worked
out
on a
okay.
project with yourself.
All right. So
I sat away from myself.
Talk to yourself.
I did say that
Everyone
at
talks
one
to
point.
yourself.
I did say at one point you did talk to yourself and then stopped early in the morning when the first couple of you were there. So that was canon. Sorry.
Sharing passions with others that share the same is not a bad
It wasn't
thing.
others! It was you!
it's okay. It all worked out fine. Where the time
Anyway,
stuff is over,
I
everyone's
made-
still in one piece.
I'm fairly certain
made
that the
some
best thing that I
inquiries.
heard when I inquired about this is that at one point he said, "Hey, can I cheat off you?" to himself.
Mitnir.
I don't
I'm
remember
gonna
this.
facepalm. I'm doing it right now.
She just puts a hand on like Mitnir's shoulder and looks him in the eye and says, "Mitnir, you're amazing."
Cute.
All right. So
Oh.
to the
I almost forgot. I made a deal with the Black and Delvers to get us mithril for Ernie and Ojuris
oh,
to make their armors.
that's good.
Mm,
That's good thinking.
they're a
You still
reliable
have-
company.
You still have the key for the dungeon, right?
Oh, the ziggurat. Yes.
Yeah. I'll probably need that.
Oh, there was
'Cause I'll have
mithril
to-
in there.
Yeah.
Are they
that's quite a lot?
Wow. Didn't
So
we?
that
Somebody,
dungeon's currently locked, and we basically own it right now.
we have the key. Somebody was surveying it for us, but I don't remember who. We never followed up on that. We've been really busy. Sure. Here,
Andy was going to be looking into it.
I'll hand Oren the key for the ziggurat from my bag of holding. Yeah, that's. I mean, we're not going back in anytime soon. I don't think to harvest anything ourselves. So that's a good.
Yeah,
that's a
so
good idea.
basically I have to allow them to survey it for ores and stuff and give them the rights to
Just let. We haven't
Mind
gone
it.
to level 2, so you know. But the first section should be safe.
Mhm.
What time
I
of day did you
also-
visit Black and Delvers? Was it afternoon or morning?
I think it was at the beginning of one of the days.
Gotcha. Okay, just curious.
Yeah, it was because I wanted to get some mithril from them to do crafting throughout the day.
Gotcha. All right.
But
So-
so they should be getting back to me at some point
Wow.
about something.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good use of our resources that I totally forgot we had.
You hear?
All right. So to the point. Tomorrow, we do our last minute errands. We go to the Fire King person. We go. I got to go pick up my thing from Red Wolves. Anything else anybody needs to do before we go into the cauldron and try to kick the matron's ass?
We don't have to do it before, but I made inquiries about what to do with the giant opal. If we
Oh.
go to the Crystal Undercity, there's some kind of vault collection where we may be able to
Get it? For a good
sell
price?
it or put it on loan or something. I don't know. We'll have
Yes, actually, in
deal
the
with that.
Jeweled Undercity, there is a vault that is held directly by King Rock. So, seeing as you're aspirants, there's no reason you can't go speak to King Rock directly.
Jared?
We do have a portal straight to his domain. It's a quick
Oh.
jaunt.
Jared?
Do we have time to do that
We could go
tonight?
there. Could go there.
You can do whatever you wish, honestly. It's a city that basically doesn't operate on day and night.
If I go there, I can maybe see my kids. So
I'm sorry, you have children?
I mean, they
Papa?
are children.
Papa, you have children, Papa?
They're like they were my kids for like a day.
Oh, when
Aha,
we
so
all
you
got
abandoned them.
separated.
Just came and left.
No, they left. They were like, okay, bye, and that was it.
Okay.
But I had to want to check on them.
Well,
I could
alright.
get their names. I know Chrissy was one.
Well, you should be aware that the Jeweled Undercity is quite large. So if you are going to go find them, you might want to pick up a map.
Don't I have one in my...
The place. Oh yeah, of course you. The place that my circle would be sending you to would be directly to Shardholm, just the palace.
Oh.
I don't know where
Right.
these kids live, but unless they're very rich, chances are you won't find them there. And the Jeweled Undercity, all told, is probably about the size of the entirety of Selindor. Up above.
Right.
Well, the entirety of the next
big.
hill.
Well,
Okay.
I probably won't be able to find them then. That's all right.
Well, if you really wanted to, maybe some magic could be done to help locate them.
Oh,
No,
sure.
they're fine. They're
Magic
probably
could
like
be done.
living in a shack somewhere in the outskirts.
Hmm.
Probably. That's what they were doing before. And then their shack got hit by a giant rock.
Good God, should I have Cleary look for these kids too? God damn it. Val. I could ask him. He could probably try to... Part of his making amends.
He could check on them, I guess. Make sure they're okay.
I mean, if you care about them, we could try to find them a better situation. Get them some help.
I really do forget their names, though. I know Chrissy was the Crystal one.
Fuck if I know offhand.
Yeah, I would have to go back and watch it.
I will tell you what their names are. I will go find it.
I know that one was a lava kid,
Alright,
and
so...
the other one was he was like
Selindor.
a deep gnome, I think. He was like a Swiftnebelin. No, he wasn't a Swiftnebelin. He was something else. He was some other cave
Crystal
dwelling.
Undercity Swamp Side. That would include Kobe.
Kobe. Yeah, he was the little
He's
gnomish
a
thing.
Petch.
Yeah.
And then there's Gabe. And,
Gabe is the lava child,
and Chrissy, whose actual name is Chrismal.
but they call it Chrissy. So. Okay, cool. Well, we can send somebody to go check on them. I mean, they did help me kill a very strong dwarf.
Maybe you can send them some money, help them out a little bit.
It might be, well, we could always,
Okay.
bring them here. And we could make
I wonder if
Well,
the
no,
Red Lady
not
wants
make.
more kids. We left the last kids we traveled with the Red Lady. Have you been to visit her lately, Hyacinth?
I have not seen my dear blushing friend in some time. I must say,
We should
I've
check
been
in
busy.
on them. I can do that now. I can visit them in their dreams and see how they're doing.
That is fair means. I see you've absorbed the fracture. Now, as for me, I can visit any time I like, and I can take you all outside Selindor, should you wish.
Oh. How long would that take? Could you take us anywhere we wanted to go outside Selindor and we could be back within a day, or...
My ability to control movement outside of Selindor would be limited. I do very, very well on my own plane. Oh God, I can get you anywhere there. Getting you anywhere on the material plane, but getting you
Right.
to the material plane, simple enough.
So where would we wind up in the material plane? In the swamp?
We would be in the Lurkwood.
Right.
From there are a few places I have visited that I could teleport you to. But unless it is that you want to go to Neverwinter, or you want to go to any of the other very distant Sword Coast Isles, I think there are very few things that you
Well,
could
I
take
was
some
specifically
useful.
wondering about visiting my home.
Well, I haven't been there, but I could try to transport you. There's a fair chance you would end up in the middle of the ocean, as I heard it was an island.
Yeah, it was pretty far off the coast.
As long as you're a good swimmer, you could probably still find it.
Well, I
Well-
could fly for a bit. That's definitely down the line. Maybe it's good to know it's an option. Thank you. I did promise my mom I'd visit
Certainly.
her as soon as I could.
I would recommend probably procuring an airship before heading back. So
Could you
much more
transport an airship, or would
Oh,
we
sure.
head back and then get one?
No, it would be very easy to make it to the material plane. As long as we can lock it to material plane with your essence, so it's your material plane. Yes, it should be easy enough to pilot the ship through the mists.
Interesting. I wonder if the jump thingy wants more work. How they're doing. Will yeah, I'll keep that in mind. That's good to know. All right. So, anything else that we need to do? We've got 3 things. One's very small, short trip. I can do that myself. 2 red wolves. Everybody else ready to go? You got potions, you got your supplies, anything you needed to sell or buy.
All right. So you guys are going to say, well, how about this? Stay here tonight. In the morning, you can all take care of your various things. Then meet back up and, well, we'll discuss the plan from there. Say lunch tomorrow?
Right.
Don't waste more than a morning?
Sounds like a plan.
Very well.
No, you can't come down, honey. No?
Well, I personally am going to finish eating because the conversation was so delicious, I haven't touched a thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'll need to get that fracture off you, and then I gotta go make a call.
Yep.
Okay. So you get your fracture.
Yeah, and then I get my seal out. And I'm going to call Princess Caldera of the Brass Palace.
And she answers, there's like heat in the sort of mist. It's like all red and like there's almost like a heat like emanating off of it because you can see all the fire in the distance. And she goes, hello. Sorry, I'm very busy right now. But oh, hello. It's been a while.
It has. I'm sorry I haven't called sooner. I've been
Well.
very busy.
Oh no, it's quite all right. There was quite the shock that happened all around Selindor. I'm not surprised you were busy. But thank you for calling.
Yeah, so quick question here. Could you possibly arrange a meeting with your father?
Seriously? No, seriously. The last time we were here, he literally said, never come back here ever. Never speak to me again ever. But never come back here ever. And you want me to bring you back into the palace to have a meeting one-on-one with my father, the Sultan of the Afridi.
Yep. See, I
Oh
have
my
this
god. Yes. 100,000 times yes. When can we do it?
Tomorrow morning?
Oh my god. Oh my god, fantastic. Ooh, could you by any chance get your hands on any like Air Genie attire? Something that would really piss him off.
I don't know.
Well, just come hoity-toitying and air. Or come wearing like wet clothes. Anything that would really piss him off. I
I do have
trust
new
you.
clothes, but they clean themselves, so it'd be hard to keep them wet.
That is a nice feature. Well, anyways, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Are you coming by circle or do I need to sneak you in again?
Circle, if that's all right.
Sure. I will let them know that you're heading this way and to expect you.
Wonderful.
It's nice talking to you once again, Orin.
You too, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Ciao.
Bye. All right, I might want to bring someone with me for that.
I love watching the two of you flirt.
All right. So who wants to go with Oren and watch
Yes,
his back?
yes.
Well, and then I was going to say, and who wants to go to the Undercity to try to sell the opal?
No, we're doing this separately.
Grim is definitely going to the Undercity because he doesn't want
I
those
agree,
mushrooms
I'm
to
doing
burn.
this too much.
I guess
Roxy is
I'll
torn right now. She wants
go
to
with
do both.
Arn. I
Hold
don't
on,
need to go
hold
to
on,
the
let
city.
me compose myself.
Dropsy, you're laughing too much. Which one do you want to do? Gagnor's muted.
I think that we can. Make,
Everybody's talking over each other, so
time
do me a favor.
for
Everybody, raise your hand if you want. You're gonna do one of the other guys. Raise your
No.
hand if you're going to the volcano.
No, we're not. No.
We have a morning. We only have a morning.
You only
so
have a morning, so
No.
We already agreed.
you Nikita will still get to experience the flirting.
No! Bromsy has to be there. She missed the first time. She wants to meet her daughter-in-law. I need something good in my life, and I'm getting another phone call.
Okay, so
Well,
if Bropsy
You
and
can always do
Orin
the opal
go,
thing another day.
I was gonna say it's always the spot where Orin goes, no, I don't want you.
So obviously, what you're saying is
Mom.
you need to send the opal with everybody, the other group, and they need to go deal with the
me
Undercity.
and Grim can go take the opal, and then Mitner, you can go whichever direction you want.
Or the opal thing can just happen another time.
Or we can do the opal thing another time, and all go watch Orin flirt with the princess.
There is an army of people within everyone's house. It was or on everyone's side of the world that is trying to stop this session. They're interrupting this session. We got phone calls. We got people in backgrounds. I don't know what it is today, but nobody wants us to play.
Maybe we should just take our break right now.
We could just take
That's
our
actually
break
a
right
really
now.
good idea.
Let's do that.
Guys, we're going to take our break right now as everybody lays down, goes to sleep, and nobody dreams even once. Okay.
Perfect.
We'll be back
Back in
just about
5.
5 minutes, guys. Thanks so much. And we are back, guys. So, as you all wake up in the morning, where would you like to go?
All right,
Well-
so we know Orin's going to the Fire King. Orin, is there a certain person you would like to go with you for backup?
Anyone.
Do you
is
not
fine.
want backup?
No, I think someone else should come. Just in case they decide to lock me up as soon as I get there.
Oh, is that a possibility?
RF Northup
Okay.
tries to grab him.
Well, I can get you out pretty quick because I can turn you invisible and I can do locks and stuff. So if you're going to get locked up, I feel like I'm a pretty good asset to have. Anybody have any counter arguments?
I could break the lock.
You could, but
actually,
you might get into
we did
more
not
trouble.
know. We did not wait to find out if Nikita was actually back before it went. She hasn't said anything yet, which I imagine she would be saying something here if she was back.
Whoops. What happens when you can't see somebody? You don't know if they're at their desk or not.
Yeah.
She's here. Okay. All right, and then the rest of you could go to the Undercity. Does that sound good? Grim's a
So
yes.
who's coming with me?
Yeah. I'm volunteering
If it's a
myself
choice of
because if
going
you do get
into-
arrested, I can get you out.
I just know that if we have to talk up a gemstone, I'm gonna be bad at it.
Should we just wait on the gemstone thing and just all go to the Brass Palace?
I'm not going to the Brass Palace.
Ropsy, what do you
Covered
think?
in
Most of
plants.
us.
I'm not going to a place full of fire.
It would probably burn everything off of him except for his fracture mushrooms.
Yes, I'm not going.
Fair
He's
enough.
spent years cultivating an
right,
ecosystem
well, look.
on himself.
Ropsy has a bag of holding. I'm going to move the giant opal from my bag to hers.
It is the most awkward transition you have ever seen.
Like, hey, Bittner, do you
Thought
think
it
you
was
could
already
help
in
with this?
What
Maybe
was
just
that,
not
Bradley?
like one hand.
I thought it was already in Bropsy's bag.
I think it is already in Propsy's bag.
Is it? I wrote it down in mine, but maybe I misheard.
I think you were the one that actually got it out of the ice, but then like as soon as we rested, Bropsy nested on top of it like it was an egg.
Okay. Well, never mind then. We don't get that amusing scene.
Okay, well, So Bropsy does have the giant Frostfire Opal.
All right, and don't settle for anything less than it's worth, no matter what they offer you. 50,000 gold is a lot of money, and it could go a long way for all of us, okay? And I'm saying that
I
to
have sent
everybody
a
going down there.
message to the
Trade.
attendant of Lord Rock for you all, so he should be expecting you. I have also procured travel to the Brass Palace for you, Orn, and whoever you're taking with you, and they know to expect you. I already heard the response.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
All right, and I put my hands on Bropsy's shoulders.
I am nothing if not helpful in the morning.
But at night, oh boy, another story.
At night, I get up to all kinds of sex things,
Okay, all right,
like you're supposed to do at nighttime.
sure. Okay. Bropsy, I promise I'm going to take good care of Orin. If he gets arrested, I will get him out, okay? I'm not coming home without him.
Just don't. She puts her head in her hands.
I promise. It's going to be alright. You want to... I just don't trust Grim and Mitnir with the opal by themselves.
Angry face, like, why not?
No offense, boys. I trust you with a lot of other things, like beating shit up.
Mitnir checks his coin pouch.
Sorry, so have we come to a conclusion, or is what's wrong with the bird? She seems...
I just hush Hyacinth.
She flitters off into the distance, going, "Oh my gosh, all these creatures."
Do you want to go with Orin instead?
I need to AFK for a while. Then it just reached into his diaper.
Oh, do your thing. Kids.
Well, how about this? Why doesn't Bropsy come with me, and Seti, you handle the gym? Because you're really good at talking to people.
I am good at talking to people, but I'm also the best at breaking out of prisons.
I don't think it'll come to
I
that.
contest that.
Well, then why did you bring
Are
it
you
up?
sure? Are you sure you even want me there when you're going to be talking to her?
That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Orin. You know she was flirting with you, right?
What? No, she wasn't.
Yes, she was definitely flirting with you.
Oh way, who would flirt with him?
She's a princess. I'm
I am
not
just sitting
plaything
there
in
tapping her
mind.
foot and going,
I think she wants... I mean, I didn't mean to eavesdrop on your call, but it sounds like she wants to piss off her dad. And there is nothing better than pissing off dads than hooking up with somebody that dad would disapprove of. I'm just saying.
Okay, don't talk about hooking up.
There's been
Oh,
no
I'm
hooking
sorry.
up, okay?
Cover mom's ears.
Only saw her naked one time.
See, it was only once. That's nothing serious.
And it was unintentional.
And he wasn't even naked.
Yeah, okay.
well,
yeah,
most of my
that's-
clothes did burn off, but
I was Donald ducking it.
Oh, well.
he's double ducking it a lot in this campaign.
Yeah.
He burns his growth
What's up with
off.
that, man? You
Won't
gotta get
happen
some better-
again. I have magical clothes now.
Okay,
It will
good.
not burn
Good.
off anymore.
All right. Well, should we just flip a coin for it?
No, it's fine. Me and Bropsy will go. You guys handle the gym thing.
If it helps you, you can always visit the the Crystal Undercity again.
All right, but if you both get arrested and locked in prison, it's not because I didn't tell you so.
Right. Well, you should really move this along. You've burned 25% of your morning already.
Oh, good God, we got to go. All right.
It's 9 a.m.
now
Get out of here.
we swap the opal.
There, now you get the scene you were looking for.
Propsty's sitting there like flapping her wings.
Trying to burst an egg out of this thing and just squeezing the bag. Like, come on, get out.
All right, and then I do the same thing. I put my hand on her shoulder. I'm going to take good care of the opal.
Instead of I'm going to take good care of your son, I'm going to take good care of your
If it
opal.
gets locked up in prison, I promise I'll get it out.
All right, we're all good. Let's
Slightly
get going.
confused. Is Orin an opal now? How's
Okay, so as you each go to your different room, you see this old red cap sitting in a chair, and as you heard it, yes, where are we going?
Well, me
Crystal
and Broxy
City.
here are going to the Brass Palace.
The Brass Palace. Okay, give me a minute. And he starts sketching something on the ground, and the second that he does, Hyacinth kicks his stick away and says, "Stop it! You're not doing this today. Go and show them the right doors." Because she is such a dirty, evil mistress. So mean. So mean. Come with me. So he leads you guys each to your relative locations. And as you step through, Orin and Bropsy, you find yourself surrounded by tall marble walls that shoot up towards the sky with a very intricate brass ceiling up above. You step off of the platform and you see a red-skinned individual with short, stubby horns coming out of his head. He has what appears to be almost like jasper-colored skin. It sort of has like striations in it, and he has like gold bangles on his wrist and on his shoulder. And on his shoulders, there's like rings that are twisted pieces of brass and gold. And as you walk in, he's got this massive glaive over his shoulder, and he goes, "Welcome to the Brass Palace. You are here to see the Sultan, correct?
Yes, please.
This way. You are expected. Orin of New Death, aspirant." So it begins leading you up and around. Up the familiar stairs, past the tapestries, where you had once hid with Caldera while you were running through this place. Trying not to get caught, but now welcomed as guests. Oh, this is the other thing. Brass Palace.
welcomed?
Where is he? Where? No, he's in the Selindor Council too, right? What's his name? I always forget the names of people, man. I need to like remember things in general. Fire. Ooh. That's why I didn't remember it. Okay. That's what I shortened it to. As you begin entering into this palace, there's a massive door, and you see two more Afridi standing with their glaives on either side of this massive gold ornate door. And as it's pushed through, you see the familiar large throne, this massive, muscular, four massive horns coming up of his head, a burning crown sitting atop his head. He's got a thick beard and like goatee that is just made of this thick black hair. He's just robust in all ways, shapes, and forms. And as you walk in, he goes, "I'm surprised to see you again." Sitting next to him, you see Caldera sitting there going, just like loving this, just like, what's going to happen? And he says, "And for what reason should I be welcoming you here into my palace, other than your recently established aspiranthood?"
Well, I believe we are in possession of something that might be considered dear to the plane of fire.
Dear to the plane of fire? Then why not return it to us, and then leave as is respectable and right?
Because there is a request that comes with it.
He looks at you and his eyes narrow. And for what purpose would a former interloper have a request of me, the Sultan of the Afriti Marak, King, here in the Brass Palace?
The request is not mine. The request is the owner of this, and I hold up the fracture.
For a moment, you see that Caldera's was loving it, like, oh, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna freak out? Is he gonna attack him? And then she sees the fracture comes out, and she says, oh, and then she points at it, and he goes,
And what fracture is this? I recognize, obviously, it's a fire, but if you're here to slip some false fracture here as an explosive device, be warned, it will do very little to me.
This fracture contains not only the essence of the first fire giant, but also his consciousness.
there's a
And
moment.
he has requested
Oh.
that he be made into a weapon suitable of his nature. Now, this is something I could potentially do myself far into the future, but I do not want him to sit like this for that long, and felt it you would know someone that could fulfill his wish.
He stares at you for a long while.
The first fire giant stood there.
Yes.
He gestures a hand out. This hand is meaty. Like, you would say that based on his height, which is close to 8 feet, like, this hand is excessively meaty even for his height. As he holds it out, like, it's probably like the size of your torso.
I assume he wants to hold it.
Yeah, he gestures his hand out.
I mean, do I just hand it to him, or is someone gonna grab it from me?
That's up to you. He's holding his hand out, but just waiting.
I attempt to walk forward to hand it to him.
Okay. Yeah, as you do, he just sticks his hand out further and takes it from you. You see that the guards all have their hands on their glaives, but they don't tense up or anything. He just picks it up and he looks at it and goes, and whispers something in a language you don't understand. And then you hear a sort of echoing from within in a similar language return. And his eyes kind of flash and brighten. And he looks up at you and he says,
Interesting. To think that you would bring this here for me. And you request what then? That it be made into a weapon, you say?
That was his request, yes.
And for what purpose would one such as yourself be doing such a benevolent deed?
you hear, Father, quit being such a dick. He's obviously come here to do honor to a very important person, I believe, to our people. And he looks down at Bropsy standing there.
And what is this thing, your attendant?
No, this is my dearest friend, and I might say a mother to me.
That's your mother? You
In a
bring
manner
your
of
mother
speaking.
to a deal with a king?
Sure, why not?
I like him! I like him! At first I thought you were just some whimpering weakling. But I like a man who would bring his mother to a deal with a man such as me. It means you trust in yourself, your muscle, your brawn. I see the fire burn in you. It might be the fire of the light, but you're not so weak. And you're respectful. I appreciate that. You see, Caldera, this is one you could learn from. Respecting their parents. bringing them to important meeting with important people.
She goes, she looks at you. She's like, what the fuck? She's like, I respect you, Daddy. I respect that you're a hot-headed, egotistical, fucking... And you see, like, another Fini just grabs her mouth, and she goes, sorry about that, Lord. So sorry. He's like, you take her to her chambers. And she's just, like, yelling and flailing, like... And she bites him, he goes, oh! Says, Owen, visit me before you leave. Oh! She gets dragged off into the corner.
Well, she is quite the noisy child.
I take it you haven't let her out much since we last saw each other?
Well, if she'd stop escaping on her own, maybe she could gallivant around the city. How do you keep yours in check?
He says to Bropsy.
To be honest, he does it all on his own.
You must have been a lucky one. I blame her mother, honestly. She's so willful.
I think it's helpful to children if you give them trust. Even if they hadn't earned it in the first place, knowing that they have it, it changes them. And I say this as I used to be a teacher. So I worked with a lot of children, some of whom were a lot like your daughter.
So you would give advice to the Sultan of the Afriti, Lord of the Flame.
I would never presume to do such. This is just my take, my experience. You can take that however.
Bold and respectful. Unlike most from the plains of air, you're a good Aarakocra. I like you. Not bad. Not bad. Well, I can pass this along to a few of my men, see if they can speak with Surtur, find his ideal weapon, and I myself will forge it with my own hammer. The base of which I will send to my own friend, one from your realm. We will make something spectacular together, me and Morton.
I think that would please him very much.
It is only fitting, and I'm sure the old father will agree. Well, is there any other business you have here in the Brass Palace?
Cracks his neck and muscles and bulges a little bit, stretching.
Just perhaps if I can speak with your daughter once before I leave?
His eyes narrow at you. And then he looks to your mother.
Do you trust your son to behave?
Implicitly. He's never given me cause to question.
With your presence, I will allow it. But if he is to meet her alone, I hope that you will give him proper punishment.
Of course.
Spare not the rod, winged creature.
Oh boy.
Very well. You may do this. I will allow it.
Thank you for your time, your lordship.
He just gestures you off. That's it. That's all he does. Just.
I'll do a little bow and make my way out.
Cool. So as you guys head out of this thing and step into the area, we're going to switch over to our other three, who step out of their portal into massive halls filled with crystals that climb up specific kind of rocks that you find it hard to identify. This amalgamation and conglomeration of rocks that have been used to hewn into this massive, high-reaching tower that you exit out of. And as you do, you see an Earth Genasi, skin the color of clay, greets you and says, "Welcome to Sharden. We're
Hello.
expecting you."
Yes.
Aspirant.
Can
What was
you-
for your name?
Setimera, and this is Grim, and Mitnir,
And Ernie.
and Ernie.
I was not told to expect a giant peer.
Yeah, he kind of comes
He is
with...
my companion.
Yes.
That is fine.
Can you
If you
point
will
us in the
come.
right direction? Yes. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So you begin to follow him, and he leads you through these grand, like out of this tower becomes an even more expansive grand hall. Like think like Mines of Moria level tall, of just like the sky scraping like level of just massive structure. And you see that it's separated into what appears to be like a cross shape. So as you come out of this tower and head towards the center, you see that it rises up into stairs that lead to a central, even higher set tower. And there's this beautiful crystal just growing out of the walls, like in sharp angles and completely untended and unkept in a way that makes it look almost like you're in like a cavern of natural, massive gemstone, like ores. And as you make your way up the steps, you see that there is a small lift. And as you step onto it, he says, "This way." And you see one of these familiar metal discs begins to lift up into the sky. And as it does, it closes in around you, and you find yourself on the highest point of this tall cathedral of crystal. And as you step out, you find yourself in a relatively dark space, save for the light that's pouring in from a sort of large circular sky roof above. You see that there is probably about 60 feet before you see an individual who's sitting directly below this skylight, with a couple of rooms going off to each side in the back corner. Along all of the walls is gold and platinum, diamonds, every gemstone you can imagine cut and strewn everywhere. Sitting in the very center of this entire thing on a disc with a gold band and what appears to be sand and a few small rocks, sitting with his legs crossed, hands on his knees, is a man made entirely out of some strange striated gray stone with crystals that are growing out in every color imaginable out of his own flesh and his head like a crown. But he seems to have, you can see where they've been filed down. And he sits there and he focuses. And as you approach, he goes, "Someone there?"
Hello.
He opens his eyes and you see his eyes themselves look like emeralds.
Kind of just bow my head a bit.
Oh, I was meant to expect you. The
Aspirants.
right. I missed that meeting.
I'm Seti, Grim and Mitnir and Ernie. It's an honor to meet you. This place is beautiful.
And what business do you have here?
Well,
Yes, what business do you have? Coming from the corner, you see an individual who's wrapped in fine robes, and you see that he's got almost like a beak-like dragonoid sort of face. As he comes in, you can see that he's hovering off the ground by a few inches, and he has spikes hovering off of his body. And you can see that his body itself looks to be made of emerald. And as he hovers into the room, he says, "What is this? Oh, these are new individuals. Nice to meet you.
hello.
My name is Onduke. I'm a good friend of Lord Rock, King of the Riches down below." Says, "Luki, could you please, just once." "But they're new friends. I want to hear about them. What have you done and where have you been? Tell me everything." Ha ha ha.
Well, we don't quite have time for that, but I can.
He hovers around you quickly and he checks your hair out and kind of lifts it with like a long spindly nail. Just
Yes,
ooh.
hello.
They touch, Lord Rock.
Yes.
Yes.
we have come across an enormous opal that we are looking to find a home for. And Mitnir, could you help?
I just put my arms out, like, so when you dump it out of the bag.
Grim can help too.
As you just dump it out,
Into our, like,
As
our
you-
arms.
Gently.
as you start to dump it out, make a strength saving throw.
Well, it's all
as
three
you-
of us trying to like.
Well, it goes from no weight to 50 pounds because it weighs nothing in the bag, and then you know what I'm saying. So I just want to
Uh-huh.
have a strength saving throw
I
for
rolled a 12.
19.
I got a
19.
16 after rolling a 2, so
Together, you and Mitnir catch it right when it's about to like fall to the ground. Like, oh shit! And you catch it, and you pull it up. Mitnir's just, oh, and you catch it, and go, oh, and he's just like, and he opens his eyes,
Big
a little
opal.
bit wider, blinks slowly. He says, ooh, ooh, ooh! It's a frostfire opal! It's a frostfire opal, King Rock! And he goes, yes, I can see that. Thank you, Lukey. It's quite nice. That's probably the largest specimen I've ever seen in one piece.
Yes, we thought so too. It's huge. So we know it's worth quite a lot. We're looking to offload it, but in a place where it will be respected for the magnificent specimen it is.
Well, that's fair. I understand. That makes sense. I don't know the value of such things, however. Oh, I could probably find and do the math. Oh, if not, we could go and we could seek counsel with one of the other spectra. I believe we could find one very quickly. Just sitting here trying to look for my list of spectra. He goes, oh, Deimos would know. Deimos would know very well. Says, yes, Deimos would know well, but he is currently at the academy. I believe he has classes today. Oh, dear. Well, it's fine. Yes, I am very interested in that rock.
If there is a price you'd be willing to pay for it, we are open to all offers.
Fair enough. fair
Reasonable
enough.
ones, of course.
Fair enough. I'll say this. You can take equal weight of whatever you like here.
Turn to the others and like put my head together to confer quietly. I mean, we just kind of want cash, right? Do we want to just say platinum, an equal weight of platinum?
I'm gonna look around and see what's in the room.
What would the
You
You
equal
just go
weight of
to the room. He's
platinum
like, oh, not my rooms, please. Please,
22.
please. And you go and you start moving around the room, and you see that there's like a little shutway, and there is the most immaculately organized, like, tomes and books and scrolls and little apparatus and devices and mirrors and all kinds of stuff in this shiny room. And he stands in front of me, and he goes, that's mine. Anything that's not in this room. Says,
But
I've said anything. Says, no, don't touch them. They're mine.
No, don't worry.
diamonds
He
are
starts
always
snarling at you.
easy
with
to
his emerald
hide
teeth.
and pawn off later.
All right. What would you say hold that thought, Mitnir. An equivalent weight of platinum would come out to be?
Oh, I don't know.
It's usually what, like 1 ounce, right, per coin. So 50 pounds would be, what is that? 800.
16 ounces in a pound.
Yeah, so 16 times 50, right? Should be
That would be like
800.
what, 8,000 gold? That's nothing.
That's not too much. I'm gonna turn on my I'm gonna activate my diggy tech magic in that room.
Okay. Lights up the whole room.
I'm gonna see whatever things like seem the brightest.
So as you move around, and since you can detect magic, you see illusory magic lighting up everywhere. This place is filled with illusory magic. And you can see
Oh.
that half of these are completely empty, and other ones are locked in spaces behind spaces. Like he has artifacts in here that are dug deep into the walls and hidden. And there's like a drawer inside of a drawer inside of a drawer. Like you can see like all the magical mechanisms stacked on top of each other. And he starts, oh, don't anger me now. And you see as his face starts to stretch out a little bit more and his neck cranes. And then it comes back and he says, behave. And you see a gesture from Lord Rock. and you see that he was starting to grow, but he shrinks back down. He goes, "Sorry. He can be a bit troublesome. If the amount does not suit your preferences, that's fine. We can make it till it does match what you wish. I'm sure you'll figure it out if you work hard enough."
I have no skill in appraisal, so I have no idea what the thing's worth unless somebody has told
For
us.
about 50,000 gold.
Yeah,
But, like, has somebody told
but
us,
I think
like,
that's
or
meta
we know that?
information. I don't know, do we know that in character?
You guys don't know that information.
Yeah.
So, back to mine. What's the worth of a diamond? Like, what would we, as like our party members, think a worth of a diamond worth the same weight, right? Even split into like 4.
You're not gonna find a diamond that weighs that much.
Well,
but that's not our
An
problem.
equivalent weight of diamonds.
Piles of diamonds.
Yeah.
50 pounds
You
of
could do it.
diamonds. How much would that be worth?
I think that's worth the trade because we can use those, and we can always, as long as they're small enough, we can shove them in our.
Let me put it this
other
way.
item.
Your 2,000 gold diamonds are about that big.
Yes, but how much do they weigh?
Everything has to either be convertible in cubic feet or in pounds. There has to be something.
It's okay. It's okay. You guys can take it in whatever way you want, and that's fine. You can do the math if you want, or you can just take it any way that you want. And he says, "It's fine by me. Whatever you wish to do."
Do you have diamonds worth about 5,000 gold on hand?
A 5,000 gold diamond?
You don't have to. Oh,
Hmm? It's
going
a
to
raw diamond, and it's about the size of his fist.
I was going to ask how many.
Oh, well, here's one.
And he sets it very gently in the sand, and you can see the sand has been raked. You can tell it's been raked, and it's like a Zen garden with him in the center.
All right, so there's 5,000. How about
Sure.
diamonds worth?
And he did, gently there. He's like, "This one's quite nice too.
It's
It's a
beautiful.
good diamond."
It's a great diamond.
Mm.
I personally need diamonds for spellcasting, but they don't have to be quite that expensive. But I'm trying to negotiate.
There are diamonds littered about my chambers. Feel free to grab what you like. I'm not really particular.
Can we come up with basically
50 pounds worth of diamonds?
yeah.
I don't know. I kind of want to take something from the dude's stash.
Is the
Maybe a
list
little
stash?
something. Maybe something little.
Sure.
In one of the-
Seti
As if he
will-
can do stuff, he goes,
Seti's wandering around looking at the diamonds.
and he's like, "Not that one." And you see where his eyes are like shifting around his entire room. He's like, "Meh."
It's like, Luki, just give them something.
He's like, "Ugh, ugh." And he sees, because you keep approaching into his room, checking things out, and he's like, "Oh, just tell me what you're looking for. I'll help you find something that's."
I don't know what I'm looking for. I just something, something fun.
Something fun.
Something
There's
fun,
party
something
papers
nice.
over here. He starts opening drawers, and God, what is it? What is it? And you see like all the drawers are like opening without him touching them. He's just sitting here
Yeah.
like, ooh, that's fun. Ooh, this one turns your hair pink forever.
Don't want that.
Oh, but that's fun. Oh,
I mean, fun to destroy something with, maybe. Real
Things
fun.
useful in combat.
That's
Magic items that are like staffs or wands.
Or like a ring. Something.
I know you have rings.
Stop it. Yeah, oh, fine. And he goes and he says, and he opens a drawer and he says, "Look around." And you see about 15 rings sitting in a single ring box.
Nice. And they're all magical, or
Oh yeah, they're all just like fucking shining in front of you. And he goes, "Ooh, I like those. They're very shiny."
I just tell him, okay, like which one is your favorite, so that I don't take that one.
Oh, oh no! I got to go to my magic item list.
I don't want to take whatever one's your favorite. If you want to like say, hey, don't take this one, that's fine.
While they're bargaining, well, I guess while Seti's looking for diamonds and stuff, and he's bargaining to get a magic item, Mitnir starts redrawing the sand garden with the staff.
Oh, this yeah, nice. Oh, this one. I don't care for that one very much. This one you can't have. This one. This one was given to me directly from Lord Rock.
Okay, then I won't take that one. That's okay.
This one is like a gold band with like a very like rough shape.
Oh, wait, does he have one that's made of platinum?
That is made of platinum. There's a couple that are made out of a
specifically
cereal.
not made of gold or electrum or silver or copper. Grim can only find something. You can only wear something made of platinum. Of precious metals, either platinum or some non-precious metal. But
where's the thing? So there's a
actually,
couple.
you know what?
There's a
Simple
couple
thing
of
would be-
rings in there that I don't have things for. There are a couple of 2-stoned rings. There are a couple of rings that have like very intricate twists to the way that their metal works.
Ooh,
There's one ring that looks like 2 rings twisted into itself.
that's cool. I think what Grim will do is he'll like put his finger over and like kind of just see which ones like actually touch his finger, since most of them probably won't. Narrow his options down.
This ring of swimming. There's not one of those in there. I almost said the name of the ring I was thinking about. So there's a couple of rings that are going to react to your touch. One of them has a couple of what looks to be like twisted horns on it.
I like that. Looks cool. Is there one that looks cooler than that one? Because obviously I want to go with whatever looks the coolest.
There is one that is there's like a very pretty simple band.
So there's that one or the ornate one?
Yes.
Oh, which one? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Evens and odds. Evens would take the pretty one. We take the gnarly one.
The gnarly one?
Yeah. The horny, twisty one.
With the twisted horns?
Yes.
Okay. So that's the Ring of the Ram.
Ring of the Ram. Like, okay, here we go. This is what Grim will take this.
He goes, yeah! No, that was not a bad one. Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Which ones you got to take?
And Grim's done. He just wanted to see if there's anything that's not just money. Because it has no value, for money.
Word? Okay, well that weighs like an ounce.
From what I can tell, a 1 pound diamond is about the size of a golf ball.
So that's a 2,000 gold diamond is 1 pound. So do your math from there.
There you go.
So the one he gave you was about 2.5 pounds of diamond.
Yeah, I mean, equivalent weight of diamonds.
Okay. He goes.
Good bang for our buck.
He goes, very well. Will you help him, please, Luke?
Yes, of course, I will help him in any way that I can. He took one of my least favorite rings. I'm fine. And all of his drawers just close up, and he goes.
I told you I
Gets
didn't
moved
want to
around the
take
table.
your favorites. I just wanted something that wasn't, a rock.
Listen, no, I understand. Of course. It's no big deal.
Yeah, Grim loves dirt, but not rocks.
Yes. Lord Rock just turns his head slightly.
I just don't like things that you can't grow in.
You think
You
that
know-
crystals can't grow?
Crystals do grow. That's really cool, actually.
Okay,
It's
no, I
Yes.
mean,
In fact, the greatest thing they do.
He's a plant guy. That's it. That's all.
it
He
just,
wants his growth to be expedient.
yes, not over millions of years, no.
You are what I call a rushed creature.
Well, we're
Yes,
only
that's
mortal
fine.
after all.
No judgments. Well,
It's been a
Cool.
pleasure.
I will take this and put it in my vaults. I appreciate doing business with you.
Of course.
Please
If I
stop
find
by
any more
anytime.
giant rocks, I'll be sure to bring them this way.
This is a good piece.
Take good care of it for us.
Before we leave, do you know anybody who would be good at locating somebody in the city?
It depends on who it is.
Oh,
But,
Some
They're
children.
orphan children.
Looky.
Actually,
Yes.
Grim, if we have an hour to spare, we can just scry on them with the crystal ball.
Oh, can we do that?
Ooh, Crystal Balls! I have a collection. Want to see?
I didn't know. Yeah, we
Do
could
they-
do that.
Could we use one potentially without having to attune to it?
No, use your own. But come look at mine and we can compare.
Oh. Well, if we have to attune to it,
I
then I don't think we
love
have.
divination orbs. They're my favorite.
If Grim described the kid to you, would you be able to scry on the kid?
Did we just give you a whole bunch of diamonds?
Yes.
Help them, Looky. They're aspirants.
Just,
Alright.
well, since you are no friends of the Far Realm, fine. I'll help you.
Okay,
What are
one is a lava child named Gabe,
your-
and the other is a pet named Kobe.
Kobe and Chrismal.
Yes.
Yes, I know of them.
You know them?
What do you know them?
Yes, one of the Spectra uses them as go-betweens to collect corpses that have fallen into the Howling Divide.
That sounds like something they'd be good at.
Yes, they get paid pretty well for it, actually.
That's good. Yeah, they
Do you
need to, eat.
Okay.
So where are they?
I believe they reside in Swampside. It's their
Oh,
area
they're
of
back in,
collection.
they're still in Swampside. Okay.
Yes,
Do you know where in Swampside?
after the Great Quake, we lost quite a bit of the pillars in Swampside. It actually made it easier for us to intervene there.
Well,
Yes, I remember those rocks and pillars. They were quite tall. Very nice, very old. I
yes.
didn't want to deserve the forest of rock.
Absolute tragedy.
Hmm.
But
So do you
Well,
have portals
There
to
are more
Swampside?
rocks. Hmm?
Do you have portals to Swampside?
No, it's Swampside. It's underdeveloped. My closest portal would take you to. I'll think of it. Don't rush me.
Not so Swampside.
Well, that would be the case, but I do believe there's a mine that way we set a portal up for. The Sterling Mine, yes. The place we go for silver, electrum, and mithril.
how far from Swanside is that?
17 miles-ish.
Well, that's not too bad. We could make that in no time. Especially if we ride Ernie.
I don't know. Does Ernie probably has room for us.
The rapids
huge.
make it difficult to cross, but you
Oh.
all seem very interested in...
Well, we have a
Which
boat.
Ernie is good with water. Ernie's good with water. He's fine.
By all means.
He is a water pig.
You have full leave to traverse my realms. Just don't kill anyone, or I'll hunt you down.
I did
Excellent.
kill someone a while ago. Does that count?
Not here, though.
He was a crazy dwerger with a bullet pet.
Probably fine.
Okay, Good.
It was really a bluff of the whole hunting you down.
Okay. Yeah, no, he was not nice. He tried to kill the kids. It was the whole thing. It was awful.
Oh yeah, see then that's no problem.
And then I found a sword that eats people, so it's great.
Ooh, that's neat. I'll tell you what. I like you guys. I'll give you a special gift. You can take another one of Lukey's rings if you can tell me a really good joke. Now that's, actually, a joke which kind.
Oh god.
If any one of you can tell a good enough joke, you can have another ring.
I don't do well on the spot. I really don't. Now I'm all nervous. I think I need to use the bathroom.
Okay, I have a joke. Ready? What do you call a rock that doesn't do very much?
Sedentary.
Yeah, you stole my joke. Okay,
no,
never
that's
mind.
just a thing we all say.
Well, I thought it was fun. Okay.
Perhaps if you were going to make us laugh, you should have gone somewhere outside our domain.
Oh.
Mm.
Out of character, I have a good one.
Well,
Seti, you're the bard. You should be the one with the jokes.
You can't put me on the spot like this. I don't tell jokes. I write music. I write beautiful
Type it in
music.
chat, Kita.
I'll tell you what.
Chat.
I'll give you 5 seconds to tell me a joke. 5, 4, and we're going to step back into Caldera's chambers.
Ernie, tell him a joke.
As you, Bropsy, and Orin step into the chambers, you see that it is, quite lavish. But also you don't see like a lot of like extra fluff. Like she doesn't have she has a vanity, like one of those like actual sit down, put your makeup on vanities, but there's like no makeup, there's no nice thing. She's got like this nice closet, but there's like hardly any clothes in it. Like everything there is like a really like decadent room, but she doesn't use it for anything. You see that the only thing that looks like it has even been used, like there's some wear and tear on it, is a single trunk at the base of the foot of her bed. And as you walk in, she goes, "Oh." Now, actually, I do remember that there was I might have given different descriptions of a room before, but this is her chambers now.
To be fair, I did bust through the ceiling of her previous chambers, so.
Well, yeah, so they had to build a new one. Good enough. So she says, oh no, as you approach, you walk in, and she goes, "So you arrived, and oh, hi! You, the Bropsy, nice to meet you. My name is Caldera. I hope that my father wasn't too rude to you both."
He's certainly protective.
I like to think of him not so much as protective and more as toxic masculine.
One can be rooted in the other.
I'm so glad that you survived him. I hope that you did your business well. But honestly, Orin, why didn't you wear something more aggravating?
I didn't. It's too short notice. I didn't have anything.
Too short notice? We discussed this last night. You couldn't come up with something in a single night?
I brought my mom. She's from the airplane.
That is pretty good. When I saw the bird show up, I was like, wow, he brought a bird. No offense, I don't mean to call you bird. I know you're... Sorry. Look, it's just, there's a lot of deep-seated friction.
I'll kind of lean down
between
to
the
Roxy and be
planes.
like, she loves to jab at her dad.
The fact is that in the plane of fire, there is no air. It's all fire. Like, legit. Nothing is breathable unless you can breathe fire. And no one can fly. So
Well,
you're kind of like...
Technically speaking, fire usually relies on air.
Not where we come from, dear.
Hmm.
It's like how there's no gravity where you come from. It's only a suggestion. It's the same sort of thing.
Well, that is fascinating. We've never been there. Probably don't want to go there, considering we wouldn't be able to breathe.
I mean, I could probably hook you up with something if you want to come visit. No big deal. Just let me know.
Good to know.
Well,
So, when you were getting dragged out, you said, "Come see me before you leave." Was there something you wanted to talk to me about?
she looks at you for a second, and she goes, and then she like eyeballs Propsy, and then eyeballs you, and she goes,
Pretend I'm not even here.
She just meanders.
and then she looks
This
at
is a
her.
large room.
It's pretty big, yeah. But like
Okay,
standing
I'll
against
meander
the
a little
wall,
away.
just kind of like rocking back and forth, is this large, beefy himbo of a of an Afridi. I'm just going.
I perhaps still go talk to him.
Oh,
Make him.
okay.
So,
So as you walk up to him and stand next to him, he's like, and you guys begin speaking in, I guess, hushed tones.
mhm.
He goes, "Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Bardock."
Hello, Bardock.
Hi.
Been here long?
Yes, I've been serving the princess since I was a boy.
Hmm.
What's your
How old
name?
are you now? You look like a fine young man.
I'm a fine young age of 326.
Oh,
I know I'm but a
Wow.
boy.
oh well. I suppose for your lifetime, that would be.
I
Might
don't
be
even know how
elaborate.
long I live, says the DM, but I'm saying a long time.
Well, my people live on a very different timeline.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It's the way of things.
But we won't be friends the same amount of time then. I mean, I'm sorry.
We'll be friends.
I did it in the wrong order. Oh, stupid Bardock.
Oh,
Would you like to be my friend?
of course I'll be your friend.
Yes! Princess, I made a friend!
Meanwhile, back in your conversation. So, you brought your mom.
I did. We kind of go everywhere together.
No, that's fine. I mean, if that's how you wanted to handle the situation, I completely understand. Well.
What situation?
She looks at you for a second. She goes,
Princess, I just made a friend!
That's great, Bardock. I'm so proud of you. Well, it's just... You know what? No. I'm done doing this. Sorry, you figure it out. And then you come to me when you do. And I'll be here. And she just looks at you.
He's just gonna be there and stand looking dumb for a minute and be like, right.
She's like, sorry, I'm always the one finding someone to be interested in, and then they're not showing the interest back. So you're going to have to impress me.
Oh. Is that what's happening here?
Oh my god, did he figure it out?
I didn't.
You're muted, babe.
I heard a
fine.
squeak.
The moment passed.
Oren's just gonna be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah." I feel a little awkward now.
She
I
starts
didn't
looking
think-
up and down, watching you stumble. She's like, although this is fun too.
Okay, so I thought you were only allowed to like, with royalty, but
I'm sorry, do you take me as the kind of person who would pay attention to what my father demands? What is happening? Can you just talk?
I'm not there! How is Oren not royalty?
however, I'm not.
Basically.
She's like, well, anyways, ball's in your court now. Whatever the fuck that means. I heard it from a traveler.
No pressure. Okay, I got it.
Like I said, impress me. And we'll see where this goes.
All right. Well, I have aspirin stuff to do right now.
I heard. Pretty good start to impressing.
Okay.
And then you hear on the other side, not you don't hear, but as you guys are talking on the other side, he's like,
do you think they're talking about? Could be anything. They could be talking about puppies or bunnies. They could also be talking about, what are those things with the little crazy faces? The ones with the cute ones that come when they got the big and they've got the little things on their face, and they're really cute, and they were like little wizards.
Dropsy would definitely see Orin get visibly awkward.
I have no idea what that man was trying to say.
He's like, oh, Texalotl! That's what they're called. I love them.
Oh, axolotls?
No, Texalotl.
Oh.
They're cuter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'll
I
have to.
love Texalotl. They're my favorite animal.
Oh. I've seen a lot of animals in my time.
Ooh. Have you seen a bear?
Yes, I've been a bear.
Ooh, be a bear.
I don't know if I should do it here right now. It might scare people.
Good point. We don't want to scare the princess.
You guys are in the middle talking, and she says,
That's fine.
"Go ahead," and she'll just be like, and then you guys finally finish this section of the conversation, and she says, "Bardock." He goes, "Yes, ma'am." She says, "Please escort them out."
He says, yes, but first, can she turn into a bear?
What? What? I don't care, Bardock. Yes, sure. No. What? What?
He got excited that I can shapeshift.
Oh, darling, you're not going to impress. If you're not a bear that's on fire, it won't make any difference to him. You have to be on fire. He won't care.
Oh,
What
I can be a.
animal's not on
I can-
fire?
I can be a fire elemental.
Ooh, I have those.
It's like, well, and she looks over at you and she says, "So you know, as with in your plane, where the elementals take shapes such as flying creatures or large snakes serpenting through the sky, here they take the form of animals. So when he thinks you're saying you're taking the form of an elemental, you really or an animal, they means one and the same. Just so you know for the future."
Huh.
He doesn't differentiate, but careful turning into an animal around here. Him specifically, because there's a chance he'll set you on fire to make you right.
Ah, good to know. Good thing I didn't do that.
Well, it's wonderful to meet you.
Me too.
Hope we'll get to meet again in the future.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
Well,
She gives a little wink.
and you see she kind of like visibly blushes slightly. As you guys are escorted out by Bardock, he's like,
So you could turn into elementals, which is what bears are. So you could turn into a bear, a mental bear. You could be a mental bear. That's pretty good. You're a really cool person.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I'm glad you guys came here nice this time. Last time I almost had to cut off your son's head.
Oh, yeah, that was completely accidental.
Ah, yeah. Well, next time make sure you come in the front door or I'll execute you. Bye now.
so as you guys climb back in and begin heading back to the Twilight Keep, steady.
Oh, I have a joke.
You have a
now.
joke. Oh, do you guys have a joke?
Gimmons ready with the
I don't know what I said. Hey, it looks like this whole time she's been trying to say something. Like, did she find her joke? Okay, let's go back to the other side. So he says, in 3, 2,
Okay.
One.
Three
What?
adventurers are walking through the Lurkwood, and they find a lamp, and one of them picks it up and rubs it, and now pops a genie. And he says, "You have finally freed me after all these years. I'll grant each of you 3 wishes." So the first guy immediately says, "I want 1 billion gold pieces." So poof, 1 billion gold pieces. Right? And the second guy's like, "I wish I was the richest adventurer alive." And so just even massiver pile of gold. Right? And then the third guy says, "I wish for my left arm to rotate clockwise for the rest of my life." And so it just starts to rotate. And then the first guy, for his second wish, says, "I want to be married to the most beautiful woman in all of Faerun." And so, poof, there she is, and she's on his arm, and she's just gorgeous, and Second guy says, I want to be good looking and charismatic so I can have any woman I want, right? So poof, he's immediately just gorgeous, right? Everybody wants it. And then the third guy says, I want my right arm to rotate counterclockwise until I die, right? So then his other arm is rotating counterclockwise. The first guy for his third wish says, I never want to be sick or injured. I want to stay healthy until I die, right? Poof, he looks, very healthy and like no more blemishes or anything like that, right? And
You
the
are
second
all
guy
very
says,
squishy people.
I never want to grow old. I want to stay 29 forever. And poof, he's 29 and he's never going to age. And then the third guy gets real smug and says, my last wish is for my head to nod back and forth until I die. So poof, he's now nodding and his arms are still flailing around, right? So Genie wishes them good luck. And then many years later, they all come back together. The first guy says, I invested all of the gold that they had and I started all of these guilds and I'm now this wealthiest merchant in the land. And then the other one says, oh yeah, well I started all of these charities and I have this kingdom that's just massive and affluent and beautiful. And and then the first guy's like, yeah, no, and my wife, she's like a freak in the sheets. And the other guy's like, yeah, no, your wife's a freak in the sheets. I agree. And then the third guy comes in with his arms flailing and his head nodding and he says, guys, I think I fucked up.
You see the emerald one just goes, he's so stupid. Why did you do it? What was his plan? And Lord Rock goes, that's good enough for me. You can go ahead and take a ring from Loki. He's like, take whatever you want. Don't take my shiniest ones, but take whatever you want.
Take whichever the other one was from before, the pretty shiny one.
The pretty shiny platinum
Whatever the
one?
other pretty shiny one. The other one that was of the
There's
two.
lots of shiny ones. There's good ones in there.
But there was one you said that was like really simple but really pretty and shiny.
Yes. You take that one.
So I'll just take that one. Because I know I can touch that one. So okay, there we go.
All right. So as
Glad you like my joke.
That's all right.
I heard it in a tavern once.
That was a really good joke. It was way better because I said I don't perform well on the spot, but all I could come up with was what does Ernie rub on his dry skin? Ointment. And it was so bad.
That's a very good one. Oh, that would have been good too.
That was a very good one. Ointment.
It's wrong. He runs blood and guts.
What was Nikita's joke?
He wanted a rock joke, so I was gonna say, "Give me a sec, I'll dig one up." Considering it was on the spot,
that's pretty good. Yeah.
Trying to switch those dad jokes to mom jokes, apparently.
Just like, hey, thanks, guys.
Speaking
go
of
find
which,
those kids now.
So. When Beelan was at the his fracture from his papa last night and determining whether or not he wanted to take it, I was so tempted to be like, I'll take it. I'll be your mommy and your daddy.
Oh no.
All right. So you guys take some time collecting your many diamonds and your 2 platinum rings, and you, the other ones, head back through the portal, and you guys are in the Twilight Keep, mid to late morning, and you guys try to head out to find the kids.
I want to find the kids and see how they're doing.
We'll take the portal to the mine, and then we'll take Ernie.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Okay.
And just trying to find them.
Very good at this. So are we all doing it together? Who has the highest investigation?
I rolled a 27.
Oh, well then never mind. I'll explain them. I'll describe them to Zeddy.
Well, in between you and the other guy that actually knew them and more or less where they were.
Yeah. So Zeddy's like, hey, you over there, do you know where there's like a lava kid hanging out with like a weird crystal thing hanging out with like a kid that is like got stone for skin? And they're like, yeah. And then they're like, all right, we'll just go to south. So you guys end up spending, I'm going to say, because you rolled well enough to find them pretty quick, I'm going to say you spend about
2 hours looking for these kids. And when you finally find them, you find them just hanging out under what appears to be like a broken segment of archway, just sitting in a cave. But that wasn't actually a cave. It's just like made out of the broken rocks that have fallen during the Great Quake. And they're like half submerged in water, just kind of like sitting there, like around not even a fire, but just like a glowing crystal in the ground. And as they approach, they get up and they're like, "Graham!
Hey,
It's really good to see you. Hi.
These are your kids?
Hi,
Oh, they're
Gabe.
so cute.
And he walks up and he hugs you. And he goes, "I
Aw.
missed you."
Oh, good boy.
Uh,
Chrissy, you have been taking care of them?
yeah, they're dumb.
Are you kids doing all right? Do you need anything? We heard you have a high-paying job.
Huh? Oh, you.
I'm Grimm's friend,
Yeah.
Seppi.
Yeah. We do stuff for.
Is it a good job, or are you miserable and do you want out?
Oh no, it's good. We work for Torzak. He's on the opposite side. He's real far, but we ship stuff through a bunch of people and we find bodies.
Yeah, there you go.
We were gonna pick Mr. Grimm up, but he wasn't dead, and that freaked us out. But then we became friends.
Oh, that's how you met. You were doing a job and you found him.
Yeah, he was all kinds of crunched on the ground.
I see.
I didn't know that you guys were already had a job.
Yeah, but that's kind of over after the big, huge everything broke and stuff. I mean, we still do it, but there's been less dead people falling down here, and more bodies just being shipped from up top. So we're a little bit down and out, but it's good to see you.
Do you need somewhere to go? Do you need another job? Do you need food or money or?
I don't know.
We can throw more bodies down here.
Well, let's
yeah,
not
that would
make any-
probably help.
Let's not make any promises.
Just throw them on the north side.
I mean, I have.
Do that.
I'm going to give them 10 platinum apiece.
And they're like,
Would that help? Just to get you by and,
"What is it?"
Oh, do you not use money down
Gabe
here?
eats it.
No, wait. Do you not use...
It's yummy.
No, okay, it's money. You buy things with it, like food or a house.
Not
what do
here,
they
you
pay you?
don't.
What did they pay you with down here? Just rocks?
Mostly like diamonds and
What can you use?
emeralds and like shiny rocks.
All right,
Sometimes.
give me the platinum back, please. If you're not going.
No.
No, it's not food. It's not food. It's not food. Oh God.
No.
You don't want to mess with Gabe is actually very, very strong.
Gabe, I'll give
See
you.
like little bits of platinum trickling down the side of
I'll
his
give
mouth.
you a diamond if
As
you
it
give
melts.
me. If you give
As
me
it
the
melts in
platinum
his
back.
mouth. It's good.
It's not food. It's
Alright,
like
Grim will
if you
just
were
give
eating
Seti-
a diamond.
I'll just give Seti the 30 platinum. I don't even know if Chrissy would hold it.
Chrissy doesn't
I
even
can.
have
I removed curse. Remove curse works, by the way.
So as you give these kids a whole bunch of money, they're just like, yeah, well, thank you and all, but like, I mean, it's thank you.
How about the diamond? Do you all want a diamond? Would that help?
I guess so.
I'll give them each a 500 gold diamond.
They're like, oh, thanks.
Okay, but you
Are you
guys are okay down here.
I mean, we're fine.
I mean, Grim
don't
wants to
have
make
to-
sure that you guys are okay.
Can we stay
Yeah.
with you this time?
I mean, you can. It's just, it might be dangerous because, I
We
have
already
to save
told
the
you.
world.
We're not supposed to ask him that.
It's really, we're going somewhere very, very dangerous. I mean, it's probably safer for you all to.
We'll be safe down here. It's fine. You hear like chiming. As
We could
they
also.
make this resonance for like a telepathic noise that just comes into your head. It's fine. I'll take care of them. We're okay down here.
Okay, I'm just glad that
And
you
then
guys are okay.
She sends a whisper, basically just directly to Grim, and she says, "They've missed you, though. I've missed you
Okay.
too. Maybe when you're done, you could visit us again."
Yes, I just have to kill a god, and then it'll be okay. Then I can come visit. It's fine.
Okay, hurry up.
But really just, I mean, we have a lot of money now. We should just buy a place somewhere and then,
Oh, you know what though? You guys, so it's dark. It's dark in Hyacinth's place, right?
Lunaris district is, I mean, it's twilight.
Because you guys aren't good with sunlight, correct?
But I don't like it. Gabe doesn't care. Chrissy doesn't care, but it's a little hard on my eyes.
Yeah, we don't want. Let me call Lady Hyacinth.
Oh my god. It's been 3 hours. What could you possibly need?
Hey, okay, so I have these 3 kids. Just gonna point it towards. Be like, do you think we have a place for them? Maybe because I know that your place is kind of dark, and they live underground.
I mean, it'll be rough for the fire kid to not burn down my home made of wood, but
Oh, that's true. You do live in a.
honestly,
home
it's a
made of wood.
simple enchantment to stop it from happening. It's
Well, there you go. Would you guys like to go live in a fancy house with a shadow butler who takes care of everything?
Is that okay, Hyacinth?
I mean, show me them again.
They're nice.
You with the sharp, drippy fingers.
Yeah, that's Gabe.
Yeah, they're all looking at their hands. It's like, oh, it's like me. It's like, yes, you. What's dripping out of your mouth?
Oh, he ate some platinum.
Money. Right. Cool. As long as you supply a decent amount of money for him to feast upon, not for me to keep and use to spend for myself, I think it'll be fine.
Okay, great. You guys are okay with this though? Is this better than down here?
I mean,
it's my
will we see
sister's house.
more?
Yeah, you'll definitely see me more.
It's easier for us to get there. If we're going to be there.
Yeah, we'll have to check in with this Lady Hyacinth very often. So,
do we collect bodies?
You don't have to do anything.
No, I mean, in fact, we could probably find a way for you guys to go to school if you wanted to. You would have to take the entrance exam, though.
They all just kind of look bewildered. They're like,
if you wanted to learn cool things, I don't know, magic and stuff.
We've never heard of school before. Is that
okay? Well, do we take it with one step at a time? No rush. But for the meantime, you have.
They look around for a second, and you see there's some fish bones, and the fish bones themselves look like they're made out of some sort of stone material. They've been eating fossil bones and rocks and stuff, and they're just like, and they're just talking to well, we're not doing very well down here right now, so I mean we're doing fine, but we're not flourishing, so good as time as any to move, I suppose.
Great.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll go with you.
Yeah. Party at Grimm's. Well, Lady Hyacinth's house.
Okay.
All right.
So to speed things along, you guys bring the kids back. You bring the kids back, and you're a little late into the afternoon. You come back around 1.
Shit. It's okay. It's a
so Bropsy, you actually have time when you're over there to be like, where is everybody?
Oh, I have to go buy Red Wolves on the way back.
So you would have time, Bropsy, after my whole fit. If you wanted to, you would actually have time now because of their goopiness to visit the Crystal Undercity if you want to meet up with them. Because apparently they're spending hours down there.
I had to check on my kids. I'm sorry.
I mean, we wouldn't know where to go.
Just saying. It's an option. You guys are going to be up there topside for a couple hours waiting for them to come back.
By the way, what's that other ring? So I can just go ahead and add that.
A ring of invisibility.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So,
well,
what did you talk about?
Oh. We gotta
Did it
talk
go
about
well?
this.
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
Apparently she likes me or something, but she's leaving it up to me to like, I don't know, make something happen.
Did you not realize that she liked you? Because from what you told me the first time through, it seemed pretty apparent that there was something going on there.
I thought I was just entertainment to her.
Hmm.
She is a princess after all.
You're pretty high standing yourself. In your own way.
There's just like a sort of like, you can like feel like something's watching you while you guys are having this conversation, and then you hear like, "Oh man, no, he's got to work a lot harder. I mean, look at this guy. Come on." Just like whispering from the shadows.
What is his name? Is he just called Shadow, right?
They just call him Shadow.
Shadow, is that you?
Sorry for eavesdropping.
Did you have something to say?
If it is permitted.
Sure, let's hear it.
I do not think you have a seductive bone in your body. And you probably need to step up your game or you're going to die alone.
Well, that's not very nice.
Well, you know, I did
I
grow
think
up in
he's
a
very-
temple, so that makes sense.
That explains it, choir boy.
He needs to go to Bard College.
Shadow just saying that, and then you see like Hyacinth just walks by, and she's just like, and she sees like Shadow, just like you can see like this grin and just eyes in the darkness, and she says, "Who excited Shadow? Shadow, heal." And he goes back to the corner. Says, "I hope he wasn't rude to you." Who am I kidding? I hope he was. She just keeps walking. So,
Yeah, anywho.
after some talking and some time, the rest of them come back through the portal, and you hear, "Who's these fucking weird little... What are they? Don't drip lava all over the place. You're ruining my drawing, you weird little kid.
You leave Gabe alone, you nasty old man.
You leave Gabe alone, you nasty old... What? Oh.
We're
Well,
moving
he's
on,
still-
we're moving on, we're moving.
Go draw something.
Yeah, as you guys head into the main Twilight Keep, it's about 1 o'clock. You
Sorry, we're a
compass the
little
door.
late. We found the kids, though. Everyone
Well, I'm
here?
glad that you adopted some children while you were gone.
That's right.
We're
I mean,
good.
well, props to you. You like kids, right? Maybe you can help with these guys.
Hi.
Kids, this is Bropsy. That's
They look at you
Lauren.
eye level, except for Gabe, who is like a full 1.5 to 2 feet taller than you.
Yep.
You
And he
see,
just looks down and he's like,
Guard your platinum.
"What are you?"
I'm called an Aarakocra. My name is Bropsy.
Our Goka. And then
do
the
you
other one.
guys remember
right.
when I crashed into where you guys were? And I
Yeah,
was like,
your neck
in with
went.
the wings. You remember that? Okay. She's kind of like that, except a person that is a bird.
Oh! You fly?
Mm-hmm.
Show me.
I don't think I can do that inside. But maybe if we find some space.
They're like, let's go fly. And they try to like drag you out to go fly.
Yep.
And they step outside and they're like, wow, what's all that? What's on the ground?
Can we,
What
like,
is it?
is there a way to like get Kobe like sunglasses or something? Is there something like similar to that we can do for him?
For Kobe, I mean, like, yeah.
Or like just a hood, I guess.
You guys can get him sunglasses. Like, there's no reason you can't get like tinted glass and put it on his
That's
face to
true,
help shield
yeah.
the sun.
Like,
I mean,
or
they
some
have-
goggles. Yeah, some
Yeah,
tinted
get him some
goggles.
Right. There's no reason you couldn't do that.
We'll ask Shadow for that.
Okay. Well, as you guys find your groove, Lady Hyacinth will eventually wrangle you all back to her sitting area on the second floor of the balcony. And then she'll say, so, the next steps. Father wants to know. The Dream Weaver wants to know where you headed next so that he can steal the weave away from you.
Well, we're going after that last piece. The other cauldron.
Very
Don't
good.
we also need to get the first piece because apparently the hag didn't get
Yes,
it.
we have no idea where that is, though. I have...
Well,
I
it's in
have-
the first cauldron, right?
Maybe, maybe not. I have some ideas about some magic we might be able to do once we get there. I think, because we have to go to the third cauldron through the first one, right? We're not aware
That's
of
the only current way we know to get there. Yeah,
Hyacinth.
We
do you
can
happen
go
to-
through the second one as well.
we don't
Well,
know
you
where
could
the
enter
entrance is.
from another way, but I would recommend probably entering from one of the other cauldrons. We do not have teleportation circles currently that lead directly to the Sea of Strife. There's too much going on there. There's too much unrest. Sea
Right.
of Monsters is also quite dangerous. There are no outposts there either, so Coral Weave would be your closest direct form of transportation.
So if we go in through the first cauldron, I can maybe do some magic stuff inside that cauldron to detect if the key is still there. Maybe, since I am
It's
familiar
possible.
with a part of it already. I could try.
Well,
Uh,
perhaps
Take
that would...
our boat near the temple and get you within range, right?
Well, it depends what I wind up having to do. So we can get there first and then see what works, and if it doesn't, then we might try going closer. And then we can also just go to the third one, because we do still want to beat the matron at her game. That was the point of taking this week magically to prepare.
Correct.
So
Well,
I
the sooner
would
you can get there, the better.
prioritize. Yes, I would prioritize
But
getting the third one
if
over finding the
there is
first.
any way that you could do whatever it is you're planning to do. I am myself not familiar. I have not touched such a thing nor seen it, so using divination magic to find it would be very difficult for me, especially if it's not currently on our plane.
Yes, that's what I'm worried about. I believe I might have seen it. She had something in her hand, but then Clary said she'd never had the key. I don't know. It really just depends on a whole bunch of things, so I'll try when we get there. But I do think we should go to the third cauldron as soon as possible and then worry about the first part of the key later.
Well,
Very well.
here's the thing, Seti. We know the third one will be defended by something powerful.
Yes.
And the hag so far hasn't fought a damn thing. She
Yes.
lets us do all the work.
Yes. I
So,
know.
we shouldn't need to be in such a hurry to get to the third one.
Well, yes, I'm just worried about what kind of traps she might set.
Well,
You do
she
not
can't
want it
set
to be
any
her
traps
home
if
field
there's
advantage.
a big old beastie guard and stuff.
Yeah, we won't know until we get there. But I don't
Well,
want to spend days looking
So
for...
far, the first two cauldrons had big things defending them, so
Yes.
I'm sure this one will too.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we already heard from the Virtues that there's like lots of monsters and stuff, so...
We could also
Oh,
meet
yeah.
up with
Are
them
those guys
when
still
we get
stuck in
there.
there?
I wasn't able to scry on them, unfortunately. I was a bit... it's the greed thing.
We can
But-
try messaging them when we get there.
When we get there, yes, we can message. Yeah, I mean,
But don't feel like we're in a huge rush. We have time.
little bit of a rush.
And if we can get that first piece, that's all the better.
We gotta
Yeah.
look after
I
whoever
was-
that guy was
If I
that
can't-
died.
Right, the last person they sent in there, I think he just got distracted by what he found there and was making zombies and stuff, trying to be a
But
lich.
that might be a way to find if we look for that guy or what's left of him.
Yes, I had thought of that as well.
But-
But I had
okay.
thought, we could ask Valhadron to go back in and do investigating on his own to find the first key. while we tackled the third cauldron. So, you know.
I'm a big fan of making him do literally everything.
Yeah,
Well, there's no reason we can't try finding it first.
we can poke around, but I don't want to spend a lot of days on it.
We at least have something that can shield it from people seeing it.
Yes. There is that. But-
I think Goran just wants to get back to his shark girlfriend.
I'm pretty sure they're not there anymore.
Well, feel free to use my teleportation circle. Make your progress.
Right. Right. I mean, yeah, is that... Shit, are we ready? Are we all ready to go to Coral Reef?
The sooner the better.
Yeah, you picked up your stuff. We're all good to go.
Yeah. Before we got back, I went by Red Wolf and I picked up my bag of bounty.
Okay.
All right.
So as you all say goodbye to the kids who are sorry to see you go so soon, so you speak, I spent a couple hours with them, so it's not just like negligence. And you had
But they're safe now. They're not living in a
They're not
swamp.
finding
Correct.
corpses for money.
they're not finding corpses for money. As you guys
What we do?
basically. Yeah, it's exactly what we do.
But we do that so they don't have to.
So as you guys get make your way to the Coral Reef district, I mean the teleportation circles there are out in the open. People visit there so regularly. There's not like a specific place. So as you guys come out, a couple people maybe recognize you and say, "Oh, it's you guys, Chosen," and you get like some fanfare from a couple of people. And as you begin to head out, you do see a couple of familiar faces. You see the Mako twins come up to you and say, hey, you guys made it.
Oh my gosh, you guys made it!
Yeah. Well, we're mostly all out here now.
Oh, that's
It's
so
incredible.
good to hear. I'm so glad people got out. Oh, it's all worth it then. How are
Yeah.
you doing out here?
It's crazy. It turns out my mom's still alive.
Oh, that's wonderful! Oh my gosh, what was... Oh, I'm going to cry just thinking about it. How...
Well,
what-
it's crazy because we've been in the cauldron for like 500 years.
Yeah, I mean, what...
But apparently time dilation. So like we were able to contact her. She's in the plane of water and we can go see her.
You haven't seen her yet, but you know she knows you're alive.
500 years. We'll hear that we're alive. So
Oh,
they start like
wow.
hitting each other. They're like, "Shut up, man!"
Oh, that's so wonderful. I'm so happy for you and her. She's going to be so happy to see you.
Yeah, Dad's not excited about it. He was happy to have us out of the house.
Oh, well, your dad sounds like a dick just like my dad.
Well, it's a theme.
Yeah.
So, as you guys
Yeah,
meet a couple of the other people, and you see that you get a sense that you've done something good. People do call you the chosen. A couple people actually ask for your autograph, more or less. Basically, that level of hero worship. As you guys make your way through here, I don't imagine you guys stop at the Seasworn Temple or go to see the Crimson Dawn or any of that stuff. You just head straight through.
We don't care.
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
The
Yeah,
nudes.
Yeah, as you guys head straight through, you find yourself looking, and you
Yeah,
enter
we
in.
might stop by the nudes. Get some nudes.
Oh
some nudes from the
yeah,
Octo-
get some hot nudes.
From the Octopus, get your hot nudes! I don't remember how we talked at all.
From the Try My Nudes stall, food stall.
Try my nude stall. Yeah. So you guys pick up some nudes for lunch on your way
Even though we
by.
just had lunch at Lady Hyacinth's, right? I didn't.
Well, whatever.
You just can't pass on nudes.
And you guys head to the Cauldron of Purity. When you arrive there, you see this open cauldron. No more pools, no more blockades. You see that there are actually people surrounding it and looking inside. There are people who are being checked in by Seasworn, who are actually able to freely enter the cauldron and leave it. You see people coming in and out, and there's this sort of almost weird sighting. You see somebody have fun exiting the cauldron. You see, as you guys get there, they say, "Oh, it's the Chosen!" And you see that they immediately let you pass the bureaucratic process and enter the cauldron ahead of the line. Meanwhile, people are sitting there just not quite cheering you on, but looking with eager fascination. And as you enter, you guys find yourself once again in that whirlwind. And as you exit out, you see what appears to be not like a society, but like a resort has already been built here. In the time that you guys were gone, a resort has been built within the Cauldron, and you can see that there are people having fun everywhere. People are getting to know each other, they're laughing. They have a haven, a place of peace and tranquility. And you see, among the docked ships is the Jabiru.
Hey!
It's up to you guys what you would like to do from here. But you are in the Cauldron of Purity in the middle of the Quixotic Lock, able to head where you would like.
Wow.
The gap is still there, but again, it's like been rebuilt as a resort, and there's like aqua bubbles and like all kinds of neat shit. Some of the aqua bubbles are filled with
It's
water.
been how many
still.
years in here?
Yeah, it's been a while in here.
Oh god, the temple might not even be like.
It's been cleared out and
Yeah.
has been used for its original purpose, and no longer zombies. The entire island is safe.
All right. Well,
Which you guys can easily ask, and I'll
Do-
just skip some time and say you guys can find that information.
Do
The
we want-
Quixotic Lock is a haven.
so
Quick
sorry.
tour of the temple? I don't know.
Yeah, did it dropped us back in the ocean, right? Like we're still
Yeah,
in the
drop you
water?
in the middle of the lock. Just the middle of the lock.
Yeah.
So you guys are floating in the water, but you guys can see like they're
Grim, do you
kids
want
having
to
fun
make
and
a
laughing.
boat for us? Or should we hire the Jabiru?
Oh, I can.
As you guys come out of the water, you find what is actually the biting barge has become a welcoming station. That's what they would have done with the biting barge. So the biting barge, you come up and they welcome you, and there's like people there. It's just, oh, it's been a while, and you see the fisherman guy, and he's like, hey, it's so good to see you all. Oh yeah, would you like
Hi.
to do
Dude.
it? I own the restaurant.
Oh, that's
You know, like,
lovely.
yeah, Wobblegings, bite and eatery. Welcome to the biting barge. Yeah, so like gets you guys all set up and like gives you some they all try to feed you. Everybody tries to feed you. Like, oh, you're that nuts fuck. Well, you can have some more tomorrow. Yeah, you guys can do anything you want.
All right. I don't know how much time we have left because we gotta go work soon. But well, that's the first question. Do we want to take Grim's boat to wherever we wind up going, or do we want to hire the Jabiru?
The Jabiru, because it can fly.
That's my vote.
Yeah, I mean, we should check in with those guys.
All right, let's go to the Jabiru.
Okay. As you head to the Jabiru, you find the familiar people on board who I don't have pulled up right now, but I'm pretty sure that it was a GIF, some sort of humanoid. I don't remember if she was human or not, but the captain, who's very like piratey, like deeply tanned skin, or just dark skin, more like. And and the dwarf underneath who says, "Finally, Captain, everything is ship shape, ready to make some cash."
Hi, yes.
And
Hello,
you guys,
good to
as
see
you
you
guys,
again.
bored, they say, "Oh my God, it's been such a long time since we've seen you. How are we doing?"
We'd like to hire you to break your ship again.
No, no
He looks at you and he
breaking.
goes,
No breaking.
"Sorry,
We
we don't plan
are...
on breaking our ship again. Thank you very much.
No, absolutely
But
not.
we are now the premier flying service of the Cauldrons. Take
Oh,
you anywhere you want to
wonderful.
go. We couldn't leave because our ship would collapse under the pressure of the ocean outside.
Oh,
But-
yes.
We can take you anywhere you want to go here. And, well, we make some good money.
Yeah, well, we would love to hire you guys if you're available immediately.
Wonderful. Where do you want to head? Do you want to head to the temple?
Head
or-
towards the temple, please. I'm going to do some stuff along the way that might change our destination. But for now, if you could start heading that way, that would be great. And
Okay, cool. So you guys, I will say, since we only got 4 minutes left, you will sort through your dealings with them and agree on a price. So make me a persuasion check for bartering. Steady, guys.
Definitely Grimm's strong suit.
persuasion.
I will give you a shiny platinum ring.
That
no,
is
not that one.
a
Not giving them that one.
20. 30-20.
30-20? Yeah, so you guys are able to have them ferry you there for 200 gold.
I'll pay it.
Because they assume that they're gonna take you guys further than just the island based on what you're saying.
But we
So
set
the
them
whole
up
trip
as a
will take you to.
monopoly. I
take
think
you-
we're part share owners.
Nah, that's okay. We broke their ship.
Yeah.
Like a couple times.
We didn't break it. It broke when it got sucked into this place.
Well, we did that.
I don't remember
They've had
We
to
did
set
make
up
it
a new
fall
what
out
we're
of the
talking
sky.
about.
All right. So, all right.
This is
One
the
of-
first time you guys have gotten to go behind yourselves and see what good you've done, and it's a lot.
So, right. While we're traveling, I want to say during lunch I attuned to the crystal ball instead of my luck stone. And
Okay.
while we're traveling, I want to attempt to scry on
Mhm.
the person I heard about from my dad that they sent into this cauldron.
I need you to read me the rules of Scry.
It's a creature you choose that is on the same plane. They make a wisdom saving throw, which is modified by how well I know the target. So the save would be plus.
Does it matter if they're alive or dead or any of that stuff? I guess if they're dead, they're not on this plane, right? Because their soul would have transferred.
Yeah, I mean,
they're
I guess
dead,
it's up
they
to your
can't do a
discretion if
wisdom
you want
save
to
if
show
they're
me their
dead.
bones. Like I don't know.
Mhm.
I can't scry on objects.
If
But
it's just bones, that would be an object at this point.
I believe the DC, it's a wisdom save for them, and the DC. Hang on, that doesn't make sense.
You can scry on a location or a person.
It just says creature.
Okay, so you attempt to scry on them, and they are not on this plane.
Okay, so it doesn't even matter what the save is.
No, not
Alright.
specifically for this one.
So-
but, I did want to know based on some other things, and since it is a person, they are not on this plane.
All right, I want to try again with the. Oh no, we. Shit. What other leads do we have that are people?
The other guys, the other us that are already in the cauldron.
Technically, between cauldrons is considered the same planes.
Oh, okay. Then I want to scry on the virtues. Let's pick Chaz. We have to go. We have to go. You can just say you look into the ball, and
Yeah,
then
you
we
guys-
pick up next week.
We can
And the
stop
ball
that
is bad.
for you, stuff.
a quick check real quick and see if he's still alive.
Oh. Oh no, not Chaz.
Chaz.
Isn't Chess like the
Oh. So
he's the
Chaz.
colorful one, right?
So you activate this ability, and you begin peering, and you see rain, storms falling down from above and beyond, and you see him sitting on a platform. Rain sweeping. You need to change the music.
Oh no!
Foreboding.
Oh no!
We're
Okay.
beginning with so. As you cut to this individual, you see that the purple bright skin hidden under what appears to be a heavy hood, rain spattering from all sides, thunder and lightning cracking in the distance. You see as he sits there, whatever he's on seems to be almost rocking, just very lightly in the wind. You can hear the sounds and the cries of individuals being brought in injured and bloody. And moving past him, and as they do, you see him wince and shake and pull himself in. You see that he's talking to someone you can't see. But he's doing it sadly. All of that, "What are you doing?" It's gone from his face. It's just, "We need to do things. We need to get going. We can't dawdle here. Too many have died." And you see Aino slowly come into his vision just enough that you can make him out in the peripheral. And you can see a massive chunk missing from his upper torso, and his arm is gone. And he goes, "You're right. Let's head to the Oasis." And that's will end our session.
Let's head to the what?
Oasis.
Oh, we see.
Okay, we gotta go.
We
All right, guys.
gotta go.
Thanks so much for hanging out. We love you all, and remember, we did it for the rolls.
We did it for the roll.
See you later.